Okay, welcome everyone to the Pro Wrestling Spotlight present our very, very special Tru Heel Heat 50. It is our 50th episode. We want to thank everyone that's watching us live from the Pro Wrestling Spotlight as well as the Tru Heels group page. We have a whole bunch of cast of characters in our Tru Heels studios today, live here. So we're going to bring on a couple of past guests and hosts of Tru Heel Heat. So we thank y'all for joining us. But we're going to be discussing all of the news coming out of Premiere Week, Monday Night Raw's premiere on Monday, as well as AEW and NXT, the Wednesday Night Wars on Wednesday, and of course, Friday Night SmackDown last night. It is me, your Tru Heel Phenom, getting this phone from the producer. My name is SP3. We got over here to my far right, of course, the resident Tru Heel alcoholic. I got a few numbers. In the first 49 episodes, this man has consumed, I think it's 4.585 ounces of alcohol. 4.85 million ounces of alcohol in our first 49 episodes of Tru Heel Heat.
5, goddammit. 5 million is coming at the end of this episode. Let's go for it. Ooh, a little present over here for the queen, huh?
Oh, you got her a chalice?
For the queen, huh?
You got her a chalice for this episode.
You wasn't gonna bring it.
I got everybody cups. What are you talking about?
You was bringing us fancy cups.
Oh, so you have to have a crown?
This is just episode attack SP.
And a chalice.
I love where this is going.
It's like Baron Corbin, but better.
You proc that ass motherfucker.
And my main antagonist here to my right is the lovely and the beautiful princess of the Tru Heels herself. Princesses are better than queens because they have less work to do. This is Miss Chrissy Love.
I can't even respond to that shit.
Because I gotta do a cross room toast because everybody's gotta tap it because you know what I mean. And this is gonna be for a lot of people that's guests, that's apparent. But I gotta make sure that I get this done right.
You can go around. You can go around off screen
You know, I'm definitely going off screen.
Yeah.
Definitely going off screen.
Yep.
Oh,
He's passing it around to our guest and studio audience here today for Tru Heel Heat 50. We got a bunch of guests ready to come on to give their memories and thoughts from the first 49 episodes of Tru Heel Heat, and of course get into everything that's going on in the wrestling world. So first up, we got to bring in a gentleman who has actually been working on something special for us that you might see in this episode if the producer remembers what I was talking about before. But I'm going to bring him on right now for how we start off every Tru Heel Heat episode, our Tru Heel roll call, where we shout out folks from the group page, Tru Heels, from the Spotlight Nation, and from our Tru Heel Heat podcast page, as well as the YouTube channel. It is none other than a very talented gentleman, artist, photographer, co-host of Weed and Wrestling. Yes, bringing two of my great loves together. It is none other than Brian.
Wait, Daniel's back?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Brian Danielson. Brian.
Amazing. Already starting this right now.
The light-skinned Sid. Light-skinned Sid. Yeah, my cousin. My light-skinned cousin.
Yo, why do you always try to claim somebody?
What? Why can't I?
Yo, 49, you literally try to claim Larry Morgan.
That was LM3.
Yeah, you gotta say his whole
I
name.
fucked up, Larry Morgan. You try to claim Larry Morgan. You try to call him LM3, and now you're calling him your baby cousin.
No,
Who's the next person that you're gonna steal?
We're like best friends. He's like the Trent Beretta because he's in better shape to my Chucky T.
Dude, with this positivity shit.
And I'm gonna be a dad, so I'm working on my dad bod.
He definitely has dad bod.
So yes,
I love the background. I'm loving the background.
So Brian, you joined us just a few episodes ago.
Yes.
But what has been your greatest memory? You've been on the show. I know you've watched a few episodes. And so what has been your best memory from Tru Heel Heat?
The Darius Carter.
Okay, that's perfect. Right.
Darius Carter interview. Why would it?
Funniest interview ever.
Oh wow! And look, the producer has done his job. Yes. We have our brand new logo for Tru Heel Heat. Tru Heel Heat 50.
This is awesome.
This is awesome. Not bad.
Yes.
Not bad.
This was worked on by Brian. Brian put this all together for us, so we appreciate you working on this logo.
Thank you, Brian.
Okay, now I recall conversation.
Now she recalls the conversation. We're not gonna get started.
So Brian is getting over.
Yes, he's over.
See?
He's over again. Yes.
Brian Daniels.
Yes.
See?
Yes. Absolutely. So you said the Darius Carter interview. Why was the Darius Carter your best memory from Tru Heel Heat interviews?
Every situation is to be an asshole, and it looks like he smells some shit.
I don't know if
he got that stuff, yeah.
But he really like disrespected me. All I was trying to do was try.
Manager.
Yeah, I was just trying to.
Hands.
Exactly. And he just completely just buried me.
The middle one's producer?
You know, to each his own. To each his own. But Brian, we want to thank you for coming on.
He got his own cup.
Don't even show that. What the fuck is that?
I swear to God. I swear to God, he can't even pour drinks without botching. Like, I see this whole mess.
First of all,
That was me. I did
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough.
First of all, thank you. So can you continue your soliloquy?
I was just making sure you're done.
Instead of over here talking nonsensical opinions that weren't fact.
Just making sure you're done.
Continue.
So Brian, tell everybody once again. I know you joined us before. You told them about your podcast, but please tell them about the podcast, 5 Villains, Weed and Wrestling, everything you're doing, brother.
Starting with 5 Villains is the brand for the natives of New York City. 5 boroughs, 5 villains. Where it's the villain theme, where everybody acts like they're somebody they don't like. And we give you graffiti, wrestling, being on the block, artwork, streetwear, whole nine. 5villains.shop. Artwork done by me.
Of course.
Also, everything you get on the shop will be made fresh and sent to your home.
I need some stuff from you, so we got to,
Oh, thank you.
She's still waiting on her princess of the Tru Heel t-shirt.
Oh, I got you.
There you go.
I got you. Want a custom portrait? I got you too.
This guy is multi-talented, and please, of course, tell him about Weed and Wrestling as well. Huh?
Can I get some custom alcohol? Like, you making everything custom. Can I get some custom vodka?
We'll see.
Come on. You gotta make things happen,
How
man.
do I draw alcohol?
I want you to draw that for me.
So what he's saying is go home, practice, get the sketches going.
Give me custom liquor.
Yes, absolutely.
Good night.
Good morning.
I'm going to sleep. But
You're probably tired. You've been doing so much this week. I'm just,
I've been on the run. I've been in Washington D.C. I'm doing this.
How did you allow this? But whatever.
But we're not going to get into that because she's probably watching us live.
Good. I wish she was here.
But yes, Brian, Weed and Wrestling as well with your podcast.
Yes, for all those who love.
Which
Mary
I'm still
J.
waiting to get to
Flowers
come on.
And what?
I'm still waiting to come on.
Oh, you're definitely welcome. Just let's set up the date. We got it.
Okay, again. You're here, so you have to get numbers. Okay, great.
You're the worst.
I'm not going to give it to him now. I'm live.
Okay. All right. Good. Yes.
You know what?
But let him do his promo.
It's your family and it's your cousin. You make sure you just give him the numbers.
All right. I'll connect y'all.
Thank you.
I'll be the mutual connection here. But tell him about Weed and Wrestling as well.
Ooh, what you just
Mary
say?
J. Flowers in the Square Circle. We are the podcast for you. Those.
Oh, Mary J.
Of
Oh.
course. Yes.
I love that.
It's a little relaxing while everybody's.
Me and Glenn coming on together.
You can't even let him finish a sentence.
It's all good.
Would you please? And I haven't even interrupted.
He hasn't. That's why I'm surprised.
I respect it.
But I'll let you get into the roll call, sir. If you can do the honors for us.
Like you wanted him to.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
There's two main things that'll bring friends together: weed and wrestling. So we just decided to put it on one podcast.
Oh, your hands are freezing.
Honestly.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. We cleared that whole lane for you just say that?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Well, obviously he had some Mary J. Flowers before he came on here. He was in a nice, relaxed state.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Why didn't you bring?
The little
I should have earlier.
when I had your motherfucking back here,
outside.
that's all you had to say?
Can someone get some tissue for this?
This
This
is
is really upsetting right now.
So anybody else comes on here with that light shit, I swear you getting interrupted in the first 2 sentences. I swear to. You didn't even make it to 2 sentences. You had 1.
Like shit, we the same color.
If we were the same color. Yo, I don't give a fuck what color we are. Actually, listen.
10 minutes. And
Listen.
I'm ready to controversy.
I mean, that's just what happens.
My piss yellow is a little bit darker than yours.
Wow. Whoa. Ill.
Wow.
Ill.
I'm just saying.
Talking about golden showers now.
Listen. You hear these child jokes when you younger and you just
Alexa,
adapt to
play
it.
R. Kelly.
Well, okay.
Oh my God.
First of all, ain't no pedophiles in here. I'm telling you that shit now. We ain't pissing on no minors. That shit is dumb. That's dumb. Ain't no minors getting. That's not happening here. I don't know where that come from, where that energy came from. That shit needs to stay that way.
Didn't R. Kelly wear a crown like this before?
Oh.
I know you.
I was asking a question. It's a question.
For double up. He wore that to double up. Are you a flirt?
Oh man.
You know what?
Okay, let's calm down, Chrissy.
I know we're not trying.
Brian, could you read our names, please? Our roll call, please.
Listen.
For the Tru
Don't
Heel
do it.
Cause, the
Don't
portion
hurt it.
of the Tru Heel Heat dedicated to you, the viewing audience, and more specifically, the Tru Heels group page. This is a form of recognition for those who contribute, comment, share, and create the conversation on the Tru Heels page, and or more one of the live events we attend.
Brother.
So our top 3 conversation starters, once again, coming in at number 3, behind 3 counts own NK. At number 2, the true face himself, Steve Salvage. And of course, at number 1, once again, the Negro Buck, Nick Jackson. Guys, you guys have been on the Tru Heel roll call, the top 3 for 10 straight weeks. I need you guys to message me on Facebook. I'm sorry. You guys got the show off the rails within like 5 minutes. It's a record. So you guys, all 3 of y'all, NK, Steve, Nick, inbox me. I'm sending y'all Tru Heel t-shirts because y'all are the top 3, the Tru Heel Trinity. Israel, Melina, Robert Taylor, Stone King, Devin Janelle, Young, Mark Small, all Tru Heels that we got to shout out. A special plug for the new basketball podcast that I'm doing, the 4 Quarters podcast.
5 million jobs you got?
Yeah, one of the 5 million jobs I got. And we talk about the Chicago Bulls post Michael Jordan collapse on this week's episode. Yes, we talk about that on this week's episode. Brian, anything you want to say to the viewing audience? I know you have to do your merch table at HOG, so anything you want to sign off on?
I want to know what everybody's thoughts on where the position of wrestling is at right now.
I like put your comments in the comments section. We are live on the Pro Wrestling Spotlight Tru Heels group page. Brian, we appreciate you coming on. I know you have to run, you have to do your thing, but we appreciate you. And thank you for our beautiful logo. Our beautiful logo, of course. Tru Heels Spotlight.
Put down, brother.
What do you think about our off the rail start?
All right, the Negro Buck starts out with Tru Heel Heat 50, baby. He also said less than 2 minutes in, and the show was already off the rails.
Anybody that hasn't watched, clearly, we want to fix it at 50.
Yep.
Clay wants us to change the name of the show to Tru Heel AEW already.
Wow, really?
We haven't even spoken about AEW. Yeah, I don't know why you even read Clay's comments. No one cares what Clay thinks.
Sometimes it's just not even ready to read it. I wouldn't even read it.
You've been doing this for 49 episodes. You don't know which comments to read and which comments not to read?
Bye, Brian.
There's about 100 of them on here already. And he picked that one.
Let's try to sit through. Alex Owens says, looking for y'all 100th episode. Too sweet.
50 away.
That makes sense.
We are 50 away. Just 50 away.
We cheers each other? Y'all started drinking already.
Well, cheers. Absolutely. Cheers.
Salute.
Cheers.
Producer?
Anybody
else?
Oh, he put the sippy bottle already.
Yeah, but he's still using the sippy straw.
Hey, you know what?
The straw is lit, son.
Yeah.
He grew up.
Anything else?
Dre says, hey, we want some Chris.
Hey!
We getting a little bit better.
Matthew Miller says, already leaning. You don't need any more alcohol, fam.
Who's this?
I'm almost at 500. I'm 5 million.
5 million ounces.
5 million ounces. You might be right. I'm pretty sure my next physical, he's gonna tell me I have no liver left.
We'll probably hit that by Tru Heel Heat 52. 2 more episodes.
Alex
52?
Owens says, it's been a while, so I must say, hashtag fuck Corbin.
Corbin, hell yeah! How about for it? You still ain't shit.
Wait, I just want to say he was the best heel of the night last night. Oh my God! I know he was the punching bag.
Okay, all right.
Not for nothing.
That was probably his best set of lines in the past.
When you can stand in front of a legend like The Rock and the face of the company and Becky Lynch and tell them I'm superior to both of y'all. Absolutely.
Not for nothing. Whoever did his cape, lit. But I would have made it with a train though. Made it a little bit bigger and. And make it like Coming to America. I need to see the lion's eyes. I need to see the stone. I need it all big and everything.
You're gonna upset the vegans.
Okay, well then they're gonna be all right.
Anything else from the spotlight?
He is still good. Yep.
All right, so we gotta bring on our next guest. It is a person who has been, well, not a host on the show, but a special guest host for a record number of times. She's been on the show, I believe we did the count earlier today. I think it's like 4 times she's been a special guest host on Tru Heel Heat, making it number 5, the queen of jobbers from the Jobber Tears podcast. Janelle from Asia.
My girl.
Jobber queen. Jobber queen.
I should get
Jobber queen.
No, I gotta get up. I gotta get up from this one here. I gotta get up.
She lays down for absolute.
But just to be clear, I don't job to anyone, so
But
Damn sure it doesn't.
I just want to be clear.
I know you've done a lot. You've been on Tru Heel Heat 8. You've been on Tru Heel Heat 10, 39, and 44. So, what has been your greatest memory of the episodes you've done with us, or any other episodes from our first 49?
Definitely the Hot Girl Sub episode.
You guys definitely killed that one.
By far my favorite episode because we low-key got drunk.
They were salty.
It came out of nowhere. Like
It really did. We were just
talking and it was just like, man.
It
How did we get there?
Right, exactly. We
It
just
came out of left field.
Yeah.
Yo,
yeah.
not for nothing. For a damn near 2-hour podcast, for 2 women to hold it down, it was phenomenal.
Thank you.
Oh,
It was phenomenal.
we
It
do
was
our
a
best.
hell of a 2 hours. I literally.
You enjoyed yourself?
That's one of the first episodes that I fully watched all the way back from start to finish.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that. But
I'm damn sure they watched 7 back from start to finish.
Oh, wow.
What?
Man.
7?
It's rough.
That so-called rogue episode.
Oh, that was the best one. That was the best one. That was the best one.
I just love
I don't know
how
about
that background full of the Tennessee Titans was all around us, and I was just like, whose fan is this? Like, who is this? I wonder where he is in life. I don't know. But
And
they're
now-
pretty decent this year, so I give you that.
Now he's brought on the Titans merch to shows. Like he's taking it too far. He's taking it too
I'm
far.
a Cowboys fan, so I can respect
Jesus,
that.
I hate
Wow.
Listen, it's a team from Nashville.
It's so team
in
Nashville. Your wild card run last
Cowboys.
season.
I'm not throwing a star down y'all neck. Like, Jesus.
I mean,
So-
I'm
it's
not
okay.
throwing a fake Patriot or we won 6 Super Bowls or we won 6 Super Bowls. That
I mean,
the greatest
listen.
quarterback and coach of all time. I
You're
ain't doing
fine.
that shit. We're from Nashville, for fucking sakes.
Yeah, which is
is
still
really
randomly.
delicious.
Why
It
are you
really
a fan?
is.
It's just
I'm kind of
mind-boggling to
torn
me.
now.
So, moving on.
Of course, we gotta get into our top news. So we gotta.
Wait, actually, before we do,
Yes.
I do actually just want to take a smidge of. I am actually super duper proud of you guys. Like, we're all in this podcast, community and realm where, people like, oh, you're competing, and we're just like, no, we're actually not competing. We actually talk about totally different things, have totally different styles, but I'm super duper proud of each and every one of you guys in this room, and I had to take the time to say that because we can't, and I always say we can't do the things without you guys' support, so you guys have always supported us at the Jobber Tears podcast since day one, so I'm super thankful of you guys, and I just want to say thank you before we do move on to top news.
Well,
Since
I
there's a lot
appreciate
going
that.
on.
I appreciate
So I
you.
appreciate you guys.
And I
Hands up.
appreciate. Yeah,
What is it?
I'm
Are you anemic?
I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm saying,
There's literally 2 people that has been on this show that I cannot be mean to. I can't do it.
and who's those featured people?
And the jobber is one of them. The Janelle from HR is one of them. Like she's so awesome. And if you have never had a chance to meet her, she's an amazing human.
She
being.
really is, though.
And her knowledge and her passion for wrestling is unlike none others. I just love everything about her. I just wish that I had the chance to get out more to interact more.
Trust me, 2020 we're gonna make some moves. I'm
Absolutely.
plotting down some seeds in the South for us to really start doing some big things. So I'm excited for 2020, but I'm excited for your 50th episode.
I just want to say, guys, if you are watching us for the first time or you've never seen Janelle before, check out the Jobber Tears podcast. It's on YouTube. They go live on IG. I know they go live on Facebook Live as well now.
Yeah, so we're actually changing. We used to be on Wednesdays, but wrestling has got into the way of us recording. So we're actually going to be starting our new season this Thursday. On Facebook Live, Instagram, and we're going to be placing it on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, all that jazz. So Thursdays is the day that the Jabba Tears is going to be taking over your ears. So
well, we got news on.
Yeah, I want to say the same thing.
I'm still waiting on a formal invite from the Jabba Tears podcast.
Why does everybody keep saying that?
I'm still waiting for that because I haven't received one yet.
Literally every person that's been on the podcast has actually asked. Like, it's not even like we've actually invited people. They just either have asked, like, yo, can I be on?
There's something called schedules,
and we figure it out. Well,
like, we got to figure this out.
Listen, I'm ready when you are.
She's like the ball is in your court, sir.
Listen, my people don't talk to no one except for stuff that involves themselves.
Wait, that's white grape? I'm sorry.
She needs a cup. Like, you gotta do your job. Do your job.
This is how my people like to have interaction. Why the hell do you think I'm so mean?
Absolutely. But also, as well as the Jobber Tears podcast, she has a nice side show on the Jobber Tears podcast network called Inside the Indies. I need to see more of that. But
yes, trust me.
We need to get into this top news because there's so much going on in the wrestling world. We're gonna start off with some AEW news because they had a huge week, of course. AEW Dynamite premiere.
Dynamite! No, you have to say like Scorpio Sky did. Davey had to be the one nigga on TV to be like, Dynamite! I was like, yes. Come on.
Wow, JJ, baby.
Make me proud.
Slightly a nigga. AEW Dynamite.
Oh, we made it to wrestling.
Yes. If y'all can let me continue. AEW Dynamite debuted on TNT to 1.4 million viewers. It beat out WWE NXT Live on USA, who had 891 viewers. AEW had 0.7 Nelson rating, which is 700,000 households watched AEW Dynamite, while NXT did 0.5, which means 500,000 households watched NXT.
My picture was clutched that night. I'm just letting y'all know that. Yeah, it was on and it was popular.
Well, it had to be on because the whole second hour of NXT was picture in picture. Oh my God. Like, I understand they said limited commercials. I didn't mean that only meant for Riddle versus Cole because Danny Burch versus Pete Dunne was 4 minutes of commercials and 2 minutes of the best 2-minute match I've ever seen.
I mean,
like, niggas
8 minutes of a 15-minute match.
I was really paying attention to AEW. I mean, like
8 minutes of the Candice LeRae Shayna Baszler match was on commercials as well. So your picture in picture had to be on point. Yeah, it was.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm not a big Candice LeRae fan.
Me neither, but
I think she's just as boring as her husband. But
yeah, I mean,
other than that,
let's talk about facts, sweetheart. Let's just saying.
Well, spade is spade. But actually, she gave Shayna everything.
The business.
Yeah. So actually, I'm kind of on you with the whole commercial ship, and bills gotta get paid. Like,
of course. Guys. So what did you think about the outcome with the numbers, and what was your thoughts on both shows, AEW Dynamite and NXT?
Ooh, interesting. I mean, numbers are just numbers. Honestly speaking, I think us as fans, we all won that night. I mean, shout out to Love Story and Romeo for showing both. So I did not have to choose.
Yep.
I was watching one of those ones.
Yeah, like literally standing in the middle of the bar like this, like, wait. What's going on? Okay, wait. So I didn't have to make a choice. And you know what? I think with because and also AEW had put it on as a replay right after. So if they continue to do that, then I probably I can pick and choose, or I can finagle something. Yeah. But in terms of the numbers doesn't matter to me. But
were you surprised about the number?
No, because like I said to you when we were off camera before we went live, and what I said on our group is that you're comparing a debut. So that's like, let's say, if Jabba Tears had debuted 2 weeks before you guys, and we had, like, let's say, 100 views, and we went 2 weeks, and then the week you debuted, you tripled that. Why? Because you went on first.
But NXT. Hold on.
It's like a movie when a movie comes out, and then 3 weeks later, a block.
But what I will say is that NXT's debut premiere on USA did 1.172.
Right, that's exactly the point.
AEW's premiere on TNT with 1.4. So even if they premiered on the same night, AEW won.
If they prepared on the same night, AEW was going to win from the beginning because it's the shiniest toy on the block. Like, let's just call a spade a spade. I mean, we've all been invested on NXT for the past, 4 years or so? Mm-hmm. So, like, once again, to me, it's like comparing apples and oranges. Yep. It's like, let's say, like, if you're not invested, and there are people that watch WWE every week and don't watch NXT, have just started watching NXT. Yes, and that shit mind boggles me anyway. Yep. Yeah. So it's like, what kind of rock have you been living under? So there are going to be fans that are just going to be NXT fans, that are just going to be fans that are AEW. Like, there's just not going to, I mean, it's rare you find a group of amazing people that, you know, just like everything. But
Janelle, I have a question, though.
Sure.
I have a question. And the question is actually, so with the viewership of AEW, which is, I even called 1 million viewers, but seeing almost 1.5, were you surprised by how many people actually tuned in for a new brand like AEW that is not WWE?
No, because we're in the generation where there are rebels. And everyone
but that many?
Yeah.
1.5 million rebels?
I mean, you have that. You also have people that you have to think about it too. Like, we're blessed that we have channels like that. There's some people that just have TNT. There are some people that may not have USA. Just like how Sling fucking gave up fucking Fox, and now I got to figure out football season. But that's a different story for a different day.
Fox app, boo. Fox app.
Yeah.
No, I figured it out when I was at work last week. Because I had to watch the Giants game. And I was like, oh no, y'all not gonna take this away from me. But you have that too to keep in thought of people like that have TNT. TNT is more accessible than USA. Yeah. So you have to keep that in mind too. But am I surprised? No. Does it worry me that NXT and WWE is in trouble? No.
It should.
But watching
that 18 to 49 number is bad.
But for me,
like that, they told. That's what they told. That's the whole reason they put it against AEW, because they said NXT would be the best one for the 18 to 49. AEW did.
I think out of the other two brands, it is.
Yeah, but it's not. It's gone down since that first week. It's gone down 50%.
Now my question to you is: if SmackDown was on Wednesday going against AEW, would the number for AEW be the same?
If SmackDown's on Fox, then SmackDown would have beat.
No, if it wasn't on Fox, let's just say.
No, if it wasn't on Fox, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't beat their 18.
But that's what I'm saying.
So why would it beat it on Fox then?
Because Fox is more accessible.
Fox is Fox. Yeah. And that was why I had to alter my question.
That's like the 2, 4, 5. Okay, got you.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like in terms of the kind of wrestling field, NXT has.
They damn sure did.
Compared to a Raw or SmackDown. Like, you're gonna, like, whether you're indie fans or you like backyard wrestling or all type of random old shit, like, you're gonna gravitate to either NXT, honestly, or AEW. And that's just gonna be that. But like I said, I don't think it's such a concern. I think it's one episode. It's not something to be like red alert. And watching both at the same time, they actually are. I don't feel it's a competition. They actually offer two different things. Completely so different things. Like, if you're looking at AEW, I mean, of course it's gonna give me an old Nitro feel. It's gonna give me an old like WCW Tony Schiavone, who I adore.
I heard he was amazing.
It's giving me PG vibes. Like, Tony Schiavone is like,
he just looks different. He looks the same, but just with a mustache and just older.
But where I was watching, and that's the thing with NXT, once again, you're already invested. You already knew storylines. You already knew the characters. Like, AEW is doing a rollout. So to compare, it's just like, it does not make sense.
Not to mention that Cody came out in his red bottoms, and you know.
Yo, when Cody came out with the red bottoms, girl,
let's talk about it.
I was hollering. I said, oh, Brittany out here buying red bottoms for her man. Thank you.
Make him look real good, you know what I'm saying?
He slid in. Remember when The Rock slid to do the rock bottom? That's how Kobe slid in with them red bottoms. Like,
you know them shoes did not have any grips at all.
No, they were fresh. Like, he
just ran out the box. Yup. Mm-hmm.
I was there live at AEW Dynamite. I did not realize that Kobe had on red bottoms.
I was the first.
That's sad.
He slid in. I said,
it was right there.
As soon as he ran in the ring, you saw the feet.
No, once again, how it translates on TV and how it translates on live.
Yeah, you're right. It's two different things.
It's two different things.
I'm just saying, the red bottoms.
He's looking real crisp.
So over here to the right, top guy JJ, what you thought was the better show, AEW Dynamite or NXT Live on USA?
To be honest with you, and this is not this is an opposite answer. I think the winner was both shows together, because I think just the fact of finally. And this has been, if you haven't watched like the wars back then, to be able to tune in and watch two different shows. I felt like watching one made me hype for the other and vice versa. It was just such an awesome dynamic. But if you really want me to pick one, I think from start to finish, I had a bigger feeling for AEW's debut. And it's because of that debut. It had that pay-per-view feeling. It felt like everything was big for that night. Now, NXT, I think, had the bigger storyline pictures going forward. But as far as the shows, I really had this. I was pumped. I was actually pumped for a freaking wrestling show. I haven't been pumped for a wrestling show in God knows how long. Yeah, I couldn't wait to get home and turn on my TVs and put on that double screen. Like, it was such a thing of beauty that you can literally flip from show to show and now compare products, and they were both outstanding to me. Like, for this week, they were both outstanding. And for any of the idiots that says, oh, let's see how long it can last, shut the fuck up and enjoy what you just saw. Like, we've been clamoring and begging and begging and begging and begging for some good shit, and we finally get good shit. And what are the assholes on the wrestling social media say? Oh, let's see how long it lasts. Let's see how long it lasts. Well, suck a dick. It lasted this week.
Whoa.
Like, it lasted. It lasted. Ooh. Like, we finally been asking for something. Friend. We finally been asking for something, and we finally get it. We've been getting it. We've been getting it. We got it. We got a combined. You gonna play that shit back? Get the fuck out of here. I want to get up and get my shit back. And I'm gonna bring this shit back on my rails. I'm gonna bring this shit back on my rails.
You should have saved it.
No, but yo, people been dying for a better product for so long, and then we literally got honestly, like on national TV.
Look how it looked though. It looks awesome.
On national TV, we got 4 quality episodes of television. 4 in 1 week. We've been begging for 1 in 5 months.
Hey, it's a change. It's a change, and we got it. Chrissy, what was your thoughts on the show and then the numbers?
Yes, I have.
You can tell.
AEW did bring the smoke. I've been saying this for the longest. It was going to bring the smoke. Hopefully it lights a fire underneath WWE. But I was just hyped to have both shows on and available. I enjoyed both of them. I love the ending of both shows. That was my favorite part of both shows.
This nigga is clear. Like, I have beef with Ciampa because I asked that nigga, like, so when you coming back?
You know,
like, he was going to tell you.
He kept the kayfabe. He kept the kayfabe.
That was beyond kayfabe. Because my nigga definitely hit me with the January, maybe April. I was like, ooh, Mania, that works.
Of course.
So when I read Thursday morning, this nigga is clear.
I had to put you on the string.
I said, oh. I love Ciampa.
And I love me some Ciampa now. Yeah. I enjoyed both shows. Who won for me? Damn. I'm gonna give it to AEW.
I can agree with these two over here to the right.
You have an experience.
Yeah, I mean, I was there live, so I kind of had the cheat code. The cheat code there of being live, but I felt like
Sorry, are we not gonna say that Finn Balor went back to
I was gonna get to that.
Okay.
So from top to bottom, I felt AEW had the better show.
Right.
NXT had by far the better matches.
Yes.
The matches on NXT as a whole were better than AEW.
It was
but
wrestling.
NXT just threw too much shit at the wall to try to beat AEW.
Just
try to have your best show. That was the difference between AEW and NXT.
They pull a DC move.
AEW was trying to have the best show they possibly could have, and NXT was trying to beat AEW.
They really tried.
Anytime you try to beat, you're on defense instead of offense, you usually lose. So that's the problem with NXT, and that Finn Balor, we're gonna get into it more when we talk about NXT.
But it was a show on both ends.
Finn Balor to NXT, I'm gonna say it right now, I might be in the minority, that is backwards. That is a downgrade. No. That is not, I don't think that's a positive. That's me. That's me. That's my opinion.
Definitely got different opinions on that.
Let's hear from the Spotlight and the Tru Heels.
Alright, the Negro Buck says, Riddle versus Cole was probably one of the best NXT matches I've ever seen.
Okay. It was really good. It was really good.
And Steve Salvin says Janelle speaking facts about her diatribe earlier.
A podcast.
JMC with the controversial comment.
Oh boy.
The best thing about AEW, they didn't give the first women's championship to Nyla Rose. I don't think they would have been prepared for all the backlash if they did that.
Well, why would it be backlash?
No, I agree with JMC.
I was waiting for
right now.
Why would it be backlash, though?
Text you.
He's being a real.
He's being a realist. He's being honest. There was going to be backlash.
No, but if you're sitting here promoting, we're going to bring you diversity. We're going to bring you something different. And then let's say if they would have crowned Nyla Rose as champion.
The first champion.
So,
I really thought that was going to happen.
If that's your tagline, then that's fulfilling what you're saying.
At the end of the day,
it's that same energy. Don't sit here and say we want diversity, we want diversity.
But the argument would be, we put her in the match.
Exactly. She was in the match. She won that battle royal.
When you did the battle royal.
But she won the battle royal on pay-per-view. She was in the match. She was on the debut show. She had a spotlight moment.
The match
was a cluster.
AEW Dynamite, that was the match that got the loudest reaction from the crowd. That was by far the loudest reaction I heard for a women's match since Bayley versus Sasha at Brooklyn. Yes.
Nobody had expectation for it.
Yeah, it had very low expectation.
It had super low expectation. So because it was so low, anything that wowed you, you took that shit to level 10.
But it doesn't matter. I've seen matches with low expectation. They never exceeded and had a crowd reaction like that. That was the loudest crowd reaction to a women's match I've ever heard since Sasha versus Bayley Takeover Brooklyn 1.
You know what that match kind of reminded me of reaction-wise?
Cheering that it wasn't Nyla, though?
Well, maybe.
You know what that match kind of reminded me of? Remember when Becky Lynch had her breakout match in NXT against Sasha Banks?
No, she's boring.
But she had a breakout match in NXT, and it was against Sasha. She gave it a way better match than anticipated. And the reaction got better and better throughout the match.
Yeah.
That's what happened on Wednesday. Like Becky or not.
So wait,
like Nyla or Rio or not, they delivered on Wednesday.
So Rio looks like a low-budget fairy princess in that costume.
If Nyla would have won, how you would have felt though?
Garbage.
Me personally, how I would have felt if Nyla Rose won, I would have been okay with it because I'm not a bigot and I don't have discrimination against transgendered. Okay. I mean, I think they should. No, wait. Can I just say? Can I just say? No matter what. They shouldn't have made Nyla the first AEW Women's Champion. Why? Not because she wasn't born a woman, because no matter when Nyla wins the AEW Women's Championship, she's gonna be a first.
Yep.
So she doesn't have to be the first ever champion. She's gonna be the first.
Yep.
That's fine. That's fair. I mean,
the belt looks like a toy anyway, so I don't know if she wants it in.
Are we not gonna really talk about that belt?
Way better.
We're gonna get into everything AEW when we talk about the show.
It's a toy belt.
It's a toy.
Let's hear from the spotlight in the trios.
You pay 25 cents for it. You turn the thing. You got out the thing. Yep.
What the? Like, go ahead.
Yo, did you just say it was like a gumball?
Yep.
All right.
Exactly. No, because every old school women's title was that size. Y'all just not old school fans. I get it.
I'm European.
People want to bring back to the traditions of wrestling. You gotta bring stuff back.
Why did the men's titles grow so dramatically? Remember, men's titles were smaller as well.
No, not like the WWF title that Hulk Hogan had was bigger than the England.
But traditional NWA title.
Yeah.
It is one of the smallest men's titles in all of wrestling. They kept it traditional. So women's has obviously grown and evolved, but they kept that a toy.
They can bring it back to traditions. It's just a title.
Small in Rio's hands.
Who cares what?
Rio's like a toddler anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
Can we hear from our viewers, please?
There's gonna be people that say $200, $300, $400 for some damn belt. You got to carry around, lug around all different events. So who gives a shit how it looks?
Right.
Continue.
All right, the Negro Buck between Riddle versus Cole and the returns of Ciampa and Balor. It shows that Triple H ain't fucking around, and I love it.
I mean, hey.
Absolutely. Throw everything against the wall.
JMC also agrees. Top to bottom, NXT had the better matches.
Yes.
That's it. All right. So the rest of the AEW news, we had Cody and Chris Jericho. They got into a huge brawl at New York Comic-Con during the AEW panel yesterday.
Wow.
Our good friend Alex, the Queen of the Ring, who was another former guest that we got a shout out. She's going to be on the Wrestling with Regret YouTube channel giving her review of SmackDown. She was right in the front row at the AEW panel, and so many wrestling websites took her video and posted it on their site. So we got to shout out Alex, the Queen of of the Ring. November 13th, AEW Dynamite will be in Champaign, Illinois.
That's a town?
One thing I will say about AEW are going back to the same markets too many times. You already have a show in Chicago on August 31st. You got it on Thanksgiving. Now you got a second show in Illinois. You had Baltimore for Full Gear. You had Washington D.C. for the debut show. It's too much in the same markets. Spread it out a little bit.
So you wanted to go cross country, friend?
They got to spread it out a little bit. AEW had a no anti-WWE signs policy at AEW Dynamite premiere. They had a fan that had Vince Fear's rating sign, and it was taken away midway through the show.
Yes. I missed that, yo. Oh, wow.
I'm glad they
Yo, I was like, yo, if I come with a sign that says Vince sent me, would they take that shit down? I thought about that shit.
We don't want to give them any attention.
Exactly. And any
more acknowledgement than we
any type of sign for WWE is promoting WWE, so I get it.
Well, WWE congratulated them on their debut, though.
That was petty. You believe that?
I love that. When I found out Vincent Kennedy McMahon was a Virgo, I was just like, I get you.
But wait. Hold on. You thought they were serious?
I thought it was nice.
Nah,
no, so they being assholes?
Did you not read the line at the end?
I really didn't read the line.
I know you didn't, because that was the line that said, oh, this was all bullshit. So the fans are the real heroes here, because they know that they are going to be on the ride of their lives, because it's a marathon, not a one-night race.
Do you understand? So think of it. I can make my statement. Think of it like this. Remember the old wrestling group we were a part of?
Yes.
And if I would have ever said congratulations, would I have really meant that?
Probably not.
Okay, so that's exactly what happened.
Oh, okay.
So you just got hit on.
You got swerved.
Yeah. Like somebody you really like.
Bullshit
right? They like you. Like, I'm happy for you.
All right.
No, I definitely did that though. I definitely met somebody who was just like, I wish you nothing but the happiness.
And did not mean that shit at all.
Did not mean it.
Didn't
not
mean
a
it.
word. Don't care.
So Edge negotiated with.
He didn't speak to me at all because I was on that show.
Oh God! Edge negotiated with AEW to get his new deal with WWE. We got more on that when we get to WWE. AEW is available on TSN in Canada. That was made official this week before the premiere. Road to AEW Dynamite special. This was how I knew the number would be big for the premiere show.
Why?
The special, the countdown special that aired on Tuesday, October 1st, had 600,000 viewers. All it was a whole bunch of clips from their YouTube channel.
Yep.
And it got 600,000 viewers. Like, that's when I knew. I was like, yeah, JJ was right. This might do 1 million tomorrow. That was like, I gotta give him this much.
It was kind of due. It was really due the fact that it's a premiere. It's on TNT. Like, TNT is a very popular network, and AEW has literally ran a stream of sold out shows. So only put one and one together, they're gonna do pretty well as far as numbers were concerned.
Can we just say how Tony Schiavone kept plugging that this is the first time that wrestling has been on TNT
in 20 years.
In 20 years,
Okay.
he kept plugging it. Like let y'all know that this is not the.
You're watching history.
I was just like,
you're watching history.
I was like,
hello.
Brock been on SmackDown 15 years. I was like, half my life.
That pre-show when the Fox announcer said the last time Brock was wrestled on SmackDown, MySpace was the most popular social media.
Top 8, bro.
Wow.
All right, so to wrap you up, to sign us off, since you never answered it, what was the better show, AEW Dynamite or NXT Live on USA?
I am going to agree with JJ. I'm still going to be PG about it. I'm going to say both shows came and delivered. Because I know you wanted me to choose.
Womp, womp, womp.
But I'm not. Like you said, I definitely think there was more wrestling on
one
NXT.
show. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There was with AEW though, there were some segments I could have did without.
Yep.
Not even gonna hold you like that whole Silent Bob and Jay shit. Could have did without that.
I agree. I love it down for me.
I mean, love you. So I'm totally down with that, but then the whole Lucha Bros came out, all that type of shit. You're preparing for the tag team tournament, I get it, but I don't feel like that was really necessary. I could have got another match.
You gotta have some promos. You can't. NXT made a takeover for TV. You can't do that.
Like on YouTube, they promote it other ways.
They have a YouTube channel.
You gotta promote it on TV.
You got 120 minutes. I could have did a little without them. Just saying.
You're saying everything that's correct.
I feel like, and then I was just really like, kind of like, I was so sad that the whole Moxley Omega thing ended the way. I was great that it ended. The spot was great, but I was just like, So where Kenny go?
I was so mad. He didn't even wrestle in the
like, nigga just left him hanging. Like,
he got DDT through a glass table.
Actually, John took most of that.
No. Wait. No. The glass table. Wait. First of all, the glass table was kayfabe. When they replayed that, you literally saw Kenny Omega's head hit the ground. Like, are you kidding me? Yeah, that was a kayfabe glass table. So he took a bump on kayfabe glass table, and Omega dropped his head on a concrete floor.
Sounds like something that he would have done in New Japan, so it's okay.
Yeah,
also true.
Talk about it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I was just like, oh, Kenny, then laughing. But I mean, Jackie Swaggy, baby, coming back. That was cool. But
undefeated MMA fighter, Jake Hager.
Punk's record, I tell you that. So it was good to see him. I mean, it was rooting.
He looks great. He looks better than he
was like a whole joint. I love it. I can stick with that.
I was never looking for him before.
The whole stable idea, I could do without that too. Because I just the New York girl in me that loves LAX, aka Santana Ortiz. I just want them to establish themselves on their own. Yes, that's just the New York girl in me. And seeing how they shout out to Battle Club Pro that had their show last weekend. And it was LAX's last match on the Indies, and it was phenomenal against the Sea Stars. So shout out to them. But that's just me, and I'm just like, I wish they was just. I just don't know if that works. I mean, Jericho works better by himself.
I kind of was so about it, but Santana and Ortiz by themselves are baby faces. They have to be with somebody else to be a heel.
Not baby.
They are. We
came in and jumped niggas like that was
and they got cheered. They got cheered for jumping people. But when they jumped with Jericho, Hager, and Sammy, they got booed. So that's the difference. They gotta have a heater. It was Conan and Impact when they first came in, and now they got Jericho and the rest of the boys. But Janelle, we appreciate you coming on for Tru Heel Heat 50. I also want to tell you guys, our poll for our best guest host is up, and Janelle and our next guest are in 1 and 2. They're separated by 1 vote, and we will give you the results on Tru Heel Heat 51.
Listen, all I'm saying is my last plea. I didn't even know this poll was actually low key going on. So I was actually rapping.
I didn't see my before. I didn't see this poll.
People voted for me, so I appreciate y'all out there in the universe. But.
Wow.
Are you one? Did you vote? Who'd you vote for?
Nobody. Damn.
All right, then. So I suggest you vote.
Yeah.
He voted for Sasha. Go ahead.
Don't take him.
But once again, on the Tru Heel page, take your vote. I mean, the next guest that's coming on is a good friend of mine, but I can still whip his ass in ratings. So come on.
Oh, got him! But thank you.
The only thing he has over me, honestly, is his voiceovers, because he's talented as fuck. I just talk shit about wrestling, but he's talented. So the only thing.
And cute too, so you know.
Oh, you're gonna get him blushing.
I ain't want to say nothing, but you know, y'all gonna see in about 2 seconds. I'm gonna let him shout out.
I'll let him know,
because you know.
Well, we thank Janelle for joining us once again. Her 5th time on Tru Heel Heat. So thank you, Janelle.
How many more times did I do between now and 100?
We'll see.
Don't worry, I'll make sure.
We are sure to have another Hot Girl Summer episode for sure.
I appreciate you guys.
We can do like a winter clothes, winter shut-in.
I don't know.
Oh, we can't call it snow bunny. I'm not a white bitch. So
I'm not white either, but you know.
Oh, damn.
But I said, it's too much. It's much.
The color that y'all got.
No, I know. I was just saying. Too much, guys?
All right, that's the perfect way to sign off.
Cheap plug. You can find me and my colleagues at the Java Tears Podcast, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We do have our viewing party. If anyone's coming from Comic-Con, we're doing a costume contest at Legends tomorrow.
Nice.
And I might switch it up. Originally, it was going to be 2 tickets for the holiday, but I may actually do 2 tickets to SmackDown. So SmackDown will be in New York, December 20th. What?
Flossies, wow.
Fuck out of here. Fuck I look like. I'm not you. I'm not supporting your habit. So once again, come out, watch Hell in a Cell.
That's the Earth 2 JJ on off the camera.
So if you are in the New York City area coming from Comic-Con or around, just come out to Legends to watch Hell in a Cell. And then stay tuned. We will be doing our Big 4 episode. It is in the back of my brain for Survivor Series, so it is coming up. I want to do something a little different, so stay tuned. But I definitely have Miss Chrissy with me.
Oh, thank you.
Hey. And I'm kind of thinking of some different things for us ladies to talk about. So stay tuned for that. But other than that, November looks pretty good for us. And if you are actually in the South, we are going to be at WrestleCade, me and Sir Wilkins, Thanksgiving weekend in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. It's going to be our first time going to this convention. We want to make some new friends. So anyone that is a part of the Tru Heel family that lives in the Winston-Salem, Charlotte, North Carolina area and coming out.
Wait, go ahead. Just continue what you're saying.
Anyone in the good old South that want to come and visit and come to the convention, you can come and check us out. We'll have a Java Seer shirt on and be representing and all that jazz. So like I said, we're trying to do some really big things in 2020. We're planting some seeds so we can expand. And I always feel like when we expand, you guys expand. So whatever I got going on, y'all will know and y'all will always be a part of. So thank you.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you, Janelle. We appreciate your time.
I wore this shirt just for you.
Until next time.
Until next time.
That is finest.
He's got a murdered guy on her show.
Wow. Don't do that. That's excellent at its finest. Don't do that.
At least your appearance lasted a whole lot longer than his match last night.
There we go. Let's hit him on the spotlight and the Tru Heel.
Lasted longer than that.
It went to go to the kitchen, came back, it was gone.
Yeah,
absolutely. Anything on the spotlight and the Tru Heel.
Alright, the Negro Buck agrees with Sid. Ortiz and Santana need a heater like Conan. JMC says Jake Hager was the tallest one on that show, LOL. And the Stat King replied, yeah, because Luchasaurus wasn't on the show.
Luchasaurus was one of the most over people in that building. Let me just say.
Jurassic Express super over.
They were super ridiculous over. It was ridiculous. Go ahead. They chanted Luchasaurus before the show went live. They chanted Luchasaurus before his match. They chanted Luchasaurus. Yes. He was getting chanted ridiculous. He's over. He's over as well.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The Negro Buck also popped pretty hard for Jake Hager. He's always been a fan.
Okay.
Absolutely. Undefeated.
Undefeated said Janelle was looking hot today.
Hey!
Oh.
Snack.
Hashtag snack.
Stat King didn't like you being political with that answer earlier.
Of course.
No one cares what you think.
So, a couple of quick shout-outs to a former special guest, Stat King, of course, for our 2 Chicago episodes. A shout-out to the other jobber tiers, the jobbers, Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black. They couldn't make it on today, so we want to shout them out. And our next guest was also a guest on the Jobber Tears podcast, but he was a very special guest, one episode on Tru Heel Heat, and he is number 1 right now on our poll for our best special guest host so far. According to Janelle from HR. He is an actor. He is a shit talker. I met him through his fine, vicious, lethal words in support of Crime Time, aka Brooklyn's finest, against me and the Toxic Trio. It is none other than Mr. Glenn Ford. Yes. Welcome back to the show, sir.
Thank you.
So you quite impressed the Tru Heels and our viewers on the Spotlight Nation. You're number 1 on our poll, special guest. So what is your greatest memory from the episode you were on, or anything we've done on Tru Heel Heat from our various 49 episodes, or anything you've seen on our YouTube channel?
2 episodes.
Okay.
The first one, because if it wasn't for the first one, we wouldn't be sitting here.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
My favorite moment is when you had me do all the impersonations on the spot. That was a good time.
We did have a good time that day.
It was a great time indeed. I loved it. I loved having you on, especially your impersonation. I call it a melody. You went through all your impersonations. even though I'm still waiting on you to do either a video or on the show. Tell us how how Leo Rush reacted to all his rumors that he had in recent months. But now he can't even impersonate Leo Rush because he did change his hairstyle.
I did a brief video in my story. I had my glasses on, no shirt. I said sunglasses, check. No shirt, double check. And I popped my pecs. And I said something like, I ain't never had no twisty things on my head, and I damn sure can't get it now. and he was laughing, and he shared it, but it's true. If they have like a wig where I can fucking
put it on your head,
then maybe. But as for Leo Rush caricatures, it's a wash.
Oh well, it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
It was fun while it lasted.
You can still do it.
I still have The Rock and Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes and
you recently did the Dave Chappelle reacting to hypocritical wrestling fans.
Wait, what?
Yes.
So it was a spin-off of Sticks and Stones, Chappelle's Netflix special. Mm-hmm. And I was like, just imagining what would Chappelle say in regards to fickle wrestling fans, hypocritical wrestling fans. And it wasn't so much as the impersonation that I was doing of Chappelle and the delivery, it was just what I was saying and how Chappelle would say it. Basically along the lines of, you're campaigning for something to happen, and once it happens, you complain about it. And it's like, okay, so you're not going to go to a restaurant numerous times if you don't like the food that you're paying for. It doesn't make sense to watch a product every week and complain about it. And at the end of my Chappelle skit, I said, don't watch, as a solution to all your problems. Because there is no solution to your problems, because all you do is complain about the product.
It's a constant cycle with wrestling.
And I had reiterated, how people say, oh, AEW is going to put Vince McMahon out of business. And in my Chappelle voice, I was like, man, shut the fuck up. Motherfuckers forgot the body count that Vince McMahon has.
Yeah, word. Facts.
He was like all the territories you was rooting for in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s are all on the WWE network. Motherfuckers must have forgot. And it's true. It's like, all them fucking territories Vince McMahon has. It's like, the product ain't what it was maybe, 5-10 years ago, but it's still king.
Mm-hmm.
How many people want to have a WrestleMania moment?
Absolutely.
How many people want to sign a 1-year contract just to have that moment and go back on the indie scene where the quality of wrestling is the best?
But not even like the indie guys. Take a look at one of the biggest stars in the world, our Lord and Savior, UFC Hall of Famer. Still, in my mind, in my heart, the reigning, defending women's champion of the universe, Ronda Rousey. She came from 1 year before her impregnation vacation to be the face of the company.
I don't disagree in regards to Ronda Rousey. If her promos were
trash.
I'm saying if her promos were solid, it would be no argument, because she adapted as quickly as Kurt Angle in an environment not too familiar. I mean,
Kurt Angle? Really?
Yeah.
Kurt Angle adapted.
It's Kurt Angle, Ronda, and Buck.
Not from a promo aspect, because Kurt Angle out the gate was great.
Yeah.
Promo wise. But in ring ability, like, she adapted, like, every match, one after the other.
She did get better.
She quickly adapted. And her matches were...
Her
matches kind of overpowered her gimmick and her promos. I think if she would have adapted just her being her, instead of being
this thing,
whatever they handed her on a piece of paper,
right, then I think we would have appreciated her more.
So what you're saying is I should still kind of like her because they told her to be that way?
No, I'm not expecting you to like her. I never expect you to like her.
Okay. All right, as long as we're on the same
page. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, at least they didn't Roman Reigns her.
Like they're doing to her favorite right now?
Like force feeding everybody.
Force feeding every legend to put her over, to give them the rub.
I mean, she's still over regardless.
Yeah, she is.
She's still over. So I don't know what force feeding is all about. Like they still chant her name regardless.
I want to switch gears real quick.
Go ahead.
Just to point out something that's very serious.
Okay.
I really feel bad for Jeff Hardy And for the people who are out there, like, just heckling him and dissing him, like, it's one thing to say, you know, you can never get addicted to something that you've never tried. Granted, but unfortunately,
he has a problem.
He has a problem.
Yeah.
And you can't jail a problem.
Yep.
You can't ridicule somebody that has a problem. You have to help somebody that has that problem. You understand? So it hits home for me because my father, you know, it's been almost a year since he passed. He was an alcoholic. And who he became after the bottle it didn't define who he truly was. You know what I mean? So Jeff Hardy's an unbelievable talent. I'm sure he's a great family man and a great friend. I don't know him from a can of paint, but it's obvious that this guy has a problem.
Yeah.
And I hope he gets the help that he needs.
Yeah, I mean, you could kind of tell the frustration from the family perspective, because even Matt's tweet was kind of like, yeah, he's a grown man. Like, that's basically,
I'm trying to clean up my brother's stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of getting to. I think more or less, if you were coming from that perspective, what Glenn just came, or from a perspective of this guy, all right, this is enough. He really needs to get help.
Right.
Those are the only two perspectives you should look at the Jeff Hardy situation from. But you already skipped ahead and talked about one of our topics. But we gotta get into WWE news with our good friend here, Glenn, coming out of the big Friday Night SmackDown premiere on Fox. This show garnered a 3.8 Nielsen rating. Nielsen, whatever it's called. Basically, almost 4 million homes watched SmackDown. Watch Friday Night SmackDown on Fox.
SmackDown was the ultimate winner of the whole week, basically.
Ultimate winner of the whole week. It kind of works that way when you're on a TV station that doesn't require a box. But that's just the how it goes, man. They did an incredible rating. They had a 0.1 drop from hour 1 to hour 2, which is by far the record of the past decade when it comes to hour differential drops for WWE, because they usually have a significant drop from hour 1 to hour 2 on SmackDown, usually on USA. This is the first time in quite some time it was not a huge drop. Of course, coming out, the biggest news of the night was Cain Velasquez debuting in WWE. There was talks that Cain was talking to WWE as well as AEW. He just did a match with Cody Rhodes a couple of weeks ago in MSG, so he was a significant part, definitely a part of that. So from what I know, did you see all of SmackDown? I know you saw your boy The Rock.
Of course.
That was the best thing. Come on.
That was one of the best parts. But what was your thoughts on Cain Velasquez, his debut confronting Brock Lesnar, as well as the number that they got?
I was expecting it because of the rumor and innuendo, but I didn't expect the way he came out. I thought he was going to play a part in the Kofi-Brock Lesnar match, which would have made more sense. But I guess, they needed a fresh coat of paint. So you squash Kofi and usher in a new angle. I thought it was a great ending to SmackDown. I mean, it's something new, something different. The fans are shitting on the outcome. They're also shitting on so people are all of a sudden Cain Velasquez fans. I'm like, last time I checked, there's millions of UFC fans. And also people like something new. So maybe that.
And he represents a whole country. He's not from here. He's not from the U.S.
He got a big following.
Yeah.
Maybe we're bugging. I don't know.
He's a former UFC heavyweight champion. He's potentially on the bracket to be a UFC Hall of Famer. Like, this guy's a star, people.
That's the problem, is that no matter how they attempt to deliver something,
somebody's mad.
Right. Like he said,
somebody bitching. And it's like, you cannot ever get it right with people.
Right.
It is ridiculous, yo. Dude, how many people that if you're not really like an inside watcher, was expecting to see motherfucking Cain Velasquez come out of the fucking curtain with Rey Mysterio? I'm not an insider. I was hyped as fuck when I saw him. I was like, holy shit, this is not what I was expecting right now, right out of the gate. Out of the gate.
First episode.
That shit was like, God, I was like, I wonder why did they leave a 5-minute window after the title? I had no idea why the shit ended at like 153, 154. Wait a minute. Well, this shit is ending too early. Something's happening. And then I see Rey Mysterio, and I'm like, the fuck? Like, what the fuck is this little motherfucker gonna do? He gonna bring his son out?
That's what I thought, yeah.
His big brother.
Dominic shaved his head and took his shirt off. I'm like, oh shit, no, that motherfucking Velasquez, bro. And that shit was different.
Dead ass when he took off his shirt, I was like, yo, Ray got his big brother from jail, yo.
Yeah,
But he had the tattoos.
I'm dead.
You know what else I liked?
It looked like he got his big brother Hector.
You know what else I like? Brock's reaction.
100%. Brock was the MVP of that whole entire segment.
You know,
yeah.
I liked.
Oh shit! So it goes.
Like, he didn't even know that dude was gonna come out. Like, he didn't even know.
We know that Brock isn't who he used to be, but if you notice, it's like different facets of Brock. Like I liked his stuff with Kurt Angle, like the backstage shit, like the
when he's wearing the little Mexican hat.
Yeah, I liked all of that. He didn't need a mouthpiece back then. And
he didn't need a mouthpiece.
And then when people were tired of Brock, and then when he came out and won the Money in the Bank, which was unexpected.
Yep.
And then he just took the briefcase and just did the whole, boombox thing, the whole Radio Rock.
That made me like him.
That made me like him even more. And it's like.
But then I'm like, you know what? He's still trash.
He's still trash.
He's still trash.
But you know what? He still generates ratings, and you know what? He still generates a reaction from fans.
People are still upset. People are still talking.
To reiterate a line, from this guy who's like, I don't even listen to his music anymore, for different reasons, but to reiterate a line from Kanye.
I knew he was gonna say Kanye.
He says,
I knew it.
Everybody feels a way about me, but at least they feel something. And you can feel that way about Brock Lesnar.
Absolutely.
Good play.
I love Brock Lesnar, and last night made me love him more.
Amazing reaction, amazing sequence.
And
I kind of like him with the mustache, though. I'm mad he took it off, though.
What the aftershave, the 5 o'clock shadow?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, the lumberjack 5 o'clock shadow.
On his face. It was kind of cute.
Well, let's hear from the Spotlight and the Tru Heels before we get into the rest of this WWE news.
All right, to backtrack a little, Chris Gutierrez says, I'd like to take a few bong rips of Jeff Hardy.
The worst! The worst!
Really, Chris?
Oh my God!
Damn.
I mean, I can't even
Come on, Chris.
Right.
Fuck.
Get it together, friend.
All right, JMC says, I enjoyed that squash match. I was happy that Brock got the title back. I'm not a fan of his by no means, but I respect him, and we need better champions. Here's to hope Seth Rollins gets beat also.
Stop reading his comments for
I mean, let's be real. Let's be real here. Kofi was better chasing the title. He was not a good champion.
Whose fault is that?
That's Kofi's fault. I'm sorry. You get 15 minutes with Kevin Owens at Money in the Bank, decent. You get 15 minutes with Samoa Joe at Extreme Rules, decent. You get 15 minutes with Dolph Ziggler, decent. He just had decent fucking matches. That's his fault.
The best part I like.
The match he won the title.
Exactly.
That was the best part about it. The chase.
Yeah.
And then once he got it, it's just.
So you're gonna blame Kofi for the matches that he was booked in?
Not everybody can be a good babyface champion. Some people are better chasing it than being the champion.
I say this until it happens. If it doesn't happen, then I guess I'll get over it. But now would be a good time for Kofi to turn heel on the New Day. And
I got a question about this. I'm kind of play devil's advocate a little bit, right? So we knew what Kofi was going into this.
That's what I'm saying.
What were we expecting when he won it?
Yep. Let's talk about it.
What were we expecting? Were we expecting something different? Were we expecting him to change his character? What? His game got heightened to the max when he was chasing the title. He is now champion. That's how he became champion.
Be the same character.
What is he supposed to do now that he is champion?
Be the same person.
Keep that same high level of performance he was having in his matches during the chase and bring it to the title.
His matches were way better than his storylines.
The Randy Orton build-up was better than any match he had. Better than every match.
Again, that's the people at the back, though. That's not him.
To me, it didn't feel like Kofi was a champion. I felt like he was still an underdog holding a WWE title.
Wow.
Yes, every feud he did have, it did put him in the position.
That title anyway, like it's been a back burner for the Universal
But the WWE champion has been the second child for the past 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. I mean, let's just call it what it is.
When they brought in the Universal Championship.
If some people say, "Oh, Jinder Mahal's title run was worse,"
shut up. All right, and I love trolling people.
I'm gonna say yes and no.
No,
I'm gonna say yes and no. His in-ring work, not
trash.
a fan.
It's all the way no.
But he had heat.
Because he was trash.
No. Promo-wise.
I love trolling people with Jinder. I love trolling people. People know me.
I like Jinder's promos a little better.
All I will say, not to agree with him, because I don't think I would say the promos with the Randy Orton feud were better than anything.
Kofi's better.
No, of course.
I'm not denying that.
As far as the promo work in the Randy Orton Kofi Kingston feud was better than any promo work Jinder did.
To capitalize on your heat or being over.
What I will agree with you with is that Jinder absolutely outperformed Kofi when it comes to elevating yourself during your title run.
Exactly.
Kofi did not. Kofi elevated himself in the chase, and he stayed at that level as champion.
From the bottom.
Also true.
Did he go?
Also true.
Did he go?
There were a lot of. You know why? But you know why I feel. Jay, but you know why? But do you know why I feel he should have turned heel
right now?
You know why I feel he should have turned heel? Because there still were a lot of fans that were not buying it.
But then, whose job is that to
That's
turn
what I'm
heel?
saying.
If you turn heel, it's like, all right, now I got the heat for people that don't even want me to be champion.
But now we're talking about how we've always been talking about booking.
It's not his fault.
Step into the office and say, "Oh, I'm heel now." He can't do that.
I know, but
he doesn't have that ability. He's not a big enough player. Right. He's a company product.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, he's a company product. What do you want him to do?
I want to hear from the Spotlight and the Tru Heels, but I just want to say one thing. The WWE as a company has proven they don't know how to book babyface champions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kofi Kingston,
another example.
AJ Styles, Seth Rollins became the bitch of his girlfriend. AJ Styles became a guy who got kicked in the balls all the time. And Kofi Kingston was still throwing pancakes, still a mid-carder, holding the WWE championship. So they don't know how to book babyface champions.
That's what I'm saying. So you can't blame Kofi for them doing that to him.
Exact point. You just blame the man for a company that has a track record of shit face.
I didn't blame the man. I said that he. No, I didn't. You didn't hear what I said. I specified what I was saying. I said in the ring he just had decent matches. He did not keep that high level of performance that he had during the chase. He did not keep it as champion. It became more or less like he was complacent. He was happy. He made it to that spot, and he was still having decent matches.
You can give a letter grade to his entitled run in ring promos. What would you give it?
A C.
That's fair.
There you go.
That's fair.
I would have said C+.
A C.
Anything?
Because it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. He didn't elevate the championship at all.
Anything?
But I don't think he downgraded the championship.
Right, exactly.
I never said that.
No.
But that's he.
But anything below an A.
He was a long-term placeholder.
So
he knew what the WWE was looking to do. He was a long-term placeholder. He held the title from WrestleMania. They was making this big-ass move to hand it off to a megastar. That's basically what they did. They handed the title off immediately to a megastar in Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm. And we said this during Mania season. We thought it would be Roman because it was Cancer Month, but hey. Spotlight, Tru Heels, let's go.
JMC says, I just can't believe the WWE would let him hold on to the title for at least 6 months.
Oh, shut up.
He overachieved.
Stop reading his damn comments, please.
He overachieved. He's right.
Seth, don't read his comments for the rest of the day. He's done. No, he's over. Do not read his comments.
All right, so I'm just saying right now, if you read another one of JMC's comments, I do not want to be here for what she does to you.
You better not do it. Don't do it.
So Clay and JMC are banned.
Yep.
Okay.
For this episode, yes. Sorry.
All right.
Stat King says,
not sorry.
Stat King says the reign was pretty bad. The best thing was the promos regarding Randy Orton, so everybody seems to agree.
Don't read his comments either.
He's right. Why? If they say anything that's the truth about Kofi, they get banned.
That's not Kofi's fault.
That's his.
Don't read his.
Kofi has been a victim of shit WWE products since 2019.
Exactly. Thank you. Let's talk facts.
But why have we been complaining all year?
Let's talk facts. Hello.
Part of the shit that we were talking about.
You know what Kofi's title run is like?
I don't even want to hear it. No.
It's like pancakes.
Go ahead.
We're talking about the product, Right?
It's like
Shitty, right?
pancakes with no syrup.
It's sort of like Obama filling in for Bush's garbage.
Oh.
Yo, do y'all know how I ran through
Oh my
he got
God.
elected? I ran through
It's like, here you go, Obama, good luck.
I was so fucking
Here you go, Kofi. Good luck.
They were all blind when he was president because he's a black president. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And of course, a polarizing blonde white man replaced him. So, the rest of the WWE news. Rumors this week are saying that WWE Hall of Famer Edge has signed a new deal with WWE and has apparently been cleared to return for one more match.
Oh my
Edge
God.
denied these rumors, but he also retired from the ENC Pod of Awesomeness. So that is definitely a story we're going to get into
So he's
a
not
little
doing
bit more.
he's not doing that podcast no more.
He retired from the podcast for reasons. We don't know the reasons.
How do you retire from your own podcast?
Hey, Christian is going to be
Just say we're not gonna do
continuing
it for
it.
a few weeks and we're gonna come back. Like
No,
that's
no.
Christian's
done.
going to still be continuing
You know,
it.
in wrestling, you can't ever say that N word. And no, I'm not talking about that.
All right. Now let's keep.
Never say never.
All right,
I'm up there.
let's
Jeff Hardy, like Glenn said before, he was arrested after another DWI arrest.
So is he gonna be like the
Yo,
Usos and just like sit on the sidelines for a good long time because you have a serious problem of
Yo,
drinking?
but let's keep it a buck. We don't need another Edge match. We need another Edge storyline. Edge's storylines were way better than his matches. We don't need another Edge match.
I don't agree with that.
I don't
but
give a shit. That's just my opinion.
Edge had a lot of great matches.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Hey, he's retired. He retired 8 years ago.
One request
Stay
from
retired.
Matthew Miller. Can you do the Jeff Hardy mugshot pose?
Oh no!
I'm getting. He set us up on a good note with Jeff. And why are you dragging it? Don't drag it.
we're
Don't
not
drag it,
shaming
Matt.
them.
You do this on 4 quarters. Don't do this on Tru Heel Heat. Fox Sports offered Jim Ross a spot to host the WWE Backstage show. That's going to be hosted by Renee Young and Booker T. Yes.
So wait, hold on.
Let me get through everything and then you can go back.
Okay.
All right. Wrestling Observer newsletter reports that Braun Strowman's latest WWE deal was worth $1.2 million per year for 4 more years.
Oh my! What? 4 more years of Brock?
Yes.
Oh my God!
Braun. Fight Oracle.
Braun Strowman?
Yes.
Gosh!
Fight Oracle on Twitter reports that CM Punk on WWE Backstage on FS1 is as good as a done deal. That CM Punk will be on the WWE Backstage show. Team Hogan versus Team Flair 5-on-5.
What is that shit?
Yo, can I take a piss if you're gonna go on about this bullshit?
Yes, go ahead, friend.
Go ahead, friend.
No,
WWE, it was made for WWE Crown Jewel, aka WWE Sweet Saudi Money 4.
When is that?
He's done with me.
Scarlett Bordeaux reportedly signs a deal with WWE after a tryout at the PC. John Hennigan, aka Morrison, denies rumors that he signed with WWE. Sasha Banks reportedly extends her deal with WWE for 3 more years. Rusev becomes a U.S. citizen and celebrates by starting another cuckold angle with his wife.
Again? See, this is the shit that I'm talking about. Who is writing this garbage?
It was apparently
interracial segment.
I don't know. Maybe there's been a few. But I will say, guys.
I mean, somebody could do something.
We learned that Lana loves black men right here on Tru Heel Heat.
We could do some research on that for angle wise.
Well, Lana's always said that Miss Elizabeth was her idol, and look at Miss Elizabeth in her storylines.
She was all over the place.
She was like, but my whole thing is,
There's been a few. Yeah. There's been a few.
I like Kurt Angle, Shawn
Kurt Angle, Sharmell, yeah, that was that was more bestiality than interracial.
No,
But
I'm just saying, hearing Chrissy's remarks right now, I'm just saying, I think if it was up to Chrissy would take the entire WWE booking and just throw it all in the garbage and just keep Becky.
throw it away.
not even keep Becky, just like, who said, okay, we're in the back, right, and we're having our pitch, what do they call them? The pitch,
Meeting.
meeting. There you go, thank you. They're having a pitch meeting, and we're saying, hey, let's have Lana come out when Rusev is now fighting against Seth and have her kiss Bobby Lashley, who's not been seen in like how many months?
2 months.
Okay, 2 months. But now we're going to put these two together. Why is that?
Wait, the Negro Buck has the answer for you. Vince loves cocks.
He loves it's such Good shit!
I love it.
Lashley, you're the bull.
I love when a black bull just rams the white wife. Damn it! That's probably how the pitch meeting went.
Damn it.
She loves it.
Big America.
This is happening right now.
She loves the cock. And then the final.
Then she proceeds to now kiss him and then stop. Then kiss him back and puts her leg over him. I'm like, is Rusev really like approving this for
Her favorite channel is BBC.
All I want to know is that if the producer of this show can get close-ups of Chrissy's face from all of these reactions, it will be absolutely priceless.
Absolutely. Editing needs to be done on our YouTube edition. And Brock Lesnar murders the Mysterio family on Monday Night Raw. Yes. Anything to sign off with us, Glenn, before you leave us? I know you got the fix. You got a whole bunch of things going on. Your acting career, everything you got online. Tell the Tru Heels.
If anyway, John, can you plug in that Chappelle wrestling skit in the comments?
Send it to me.
Okay, I got you. I think every wrestling fan needs to watch that.
Absolutely.
The ones who complain. Also, I know this is like 3 years removed. If you haven't seen Rock the Promo, you can check out youtube.com/The Rock. Rock the Promo episodes 3 and 6 through 10. Sweet Revenge. Instagram, Sweet Revenge Tag Team. Instagram, Glenn Ford Vision. That's Glenn with 2 N's. Ford, like the car. Vision. Working on a movie called The Fix that I wrote, directed, and co-star in. It's coming out next year.
Yes.
But I'm launching a trailer on the 19th of this month, so stay tuned for that, and another Sweet Revenge skit. So
all right.
For that.
And if that's all the plugs you have, an impersonation before you sign off.
God damn.
Or sign off as with the impersonation.
Which one you gonna do?
Shit.
Can't go wrong with Dusty, baby.
Huh?
Can't go wrong with Dusty.
Woo! My God! Tru Heel Gene! We are live on John Street with JJ, Chrissy, Sid, and Johnny in the Wrestling Classic and the Lucha Outsiders and the John Garcia Podcast. Tru Heel Heat! Woo! We got the ladies lined up all night long, baby. Woo! On this ride, longest line. Woo!
Love him.
That's right, baby.
Love it.
Tru Heel Heat is the second most recognizable podcast in the entire world today, baby. And that's the bottom line, because Glenn Ford said so. Give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah! Yes! Thank you, Glenn, for once again joining us for Tru Heel Heat.
You're better than AJ Styles, always.
Wow.
Better than AJ. Better
And
than
AJ's
AJ.
was good too. Don't get me wrong. AJ's was really good.
Wow.
But always better than AJ.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Wow.
Well,
Damn.
she's always roasting somebody. So we gotta bring.
Can
You know
somebody live today?
First of all, you know I'm always going to support Glenn, so stop it.
Thank you.
First of all.
But where did AJ come from?
I love AJ, but AJ Styles just did the last impersonation of Stone Cold.
That's true. That's true.
So let's thank you.
It was right. It was comparative.
Thank you.
So
Damn.
she's always getting me off the rails. So before we finish up our top news,
No
we gotta bring in one more guest to finish up our top news. Then we'll get into what missed with a very special former host of the show. So we gotta bring on a man that has garnered a lot of attention since our very special, almost 3 hours longest episode in Tru Heel Heat
He still has not
episode.
answered my question on how he got all these tickets.
Because
to
he
these shows.
started off the show on 4 double shots.
I want to go to the next show, so you
He ended the show on 10 double shots. He did not make it to 14 like he wanted to match Randy Orton's title runs, but his shirt is matching.
He has every chalk line jacket out there.
Yes, he is Mr. Chalkline, Mr. Wrestling Jackets, period.
Yep, period.
His shirt matches his jacket.
Yep.
His jacket matches his beard.
Yep.
He is straight from Harlem. It is none other than Drunk Guy JJ.
Oh!
Drunk Guy JJ, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Drunk Guy is here. Yes, you. I'm thankful you didn't bring the Henny this time, though.
Wait, so
it's still early, so you know.
So you're the name chief.
I mean, we both JJ. That's my name. It's your name. You know?
I was born first.
I could believe that.
So listen, and you know, I don't even blame you. I blame SP3 for this one.
Oh my God, I blame
SP.
I feel like I'm seeing double.
I blame SP for this one.
Why both got bottles?
Because it's top drunk, top drunk, top drunk. Guy JJ, guy JJ.
Top drunks.
Yeah, you on the top. There you go.
Fuck out. We're definitely the top drunks. Definitely the top drunks.
Top drunks, JJ.
That's a good tag team, man.
The question that I really need.
Top drunks.
Top drunks. I mean, I have one question for you.
I make you champions, friend.
Because I know your middle name is
Taekwon.
Kennedy Lawrence.
Your middle name is Taekwon because you're definitely Ghost's son. How the fuck are you literally in every city, at every pay-per-view, at every other episode of SmackDown,
he's like that white
in
guy
the third row? So you're never in the front row because you don't want to be seen.
Actually, I've been in second row a couple times. You know, front row.
Just to say a few. Who's counting?
Who's counting?
First of all, for what the fuck kind of job do you got? Or is this something that we can't talk about on air?
We're definitely not talking about that.
Oh, because my bad, because I can't give away the affiliation.
I do have a job. I have a couple jobs.
Oh no,
he's a construction worker.
Yeah, that's a fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That's his legal job.
I'm a painter. You know, I sell shoes to women. You know.
He's a pharmacist.
Yo, selling shoes ain't getting you front row at every fucking show in the country.
You gotta know how to hustle, man.
This nigga he's flying too.
Like I asked the dude in the front row that always goes to the shows with his mom.
I'm telling you,
hard work and determination.
They say this is a big rich town.
I'm from Harlem. You know, Harlem, we hustlers out there, so you know you gotta make things work. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you say flipping shit.
You know. So my good brother, you were on our special All Out Weekend episode.
I barely remember that, but yeah.
I know you barely remember it.
That episode is still being downloaded today.
No, it's up. It's up on the channel. So what has been your best memory? I know you don't remember your episode. So the other 48 episodes of Tru Heel Heat, what's been your best memory?
Man, I want to say mine, but I don't remember it. But damn, that's a good question. That's a good question because I watch like every week.
You know you've had about like maybe an hour and a half to kind of think about this.
Word. Yeah.
True fact.
How many beers did you have off camera?
Only 3. I had one before I got
Only 3. Only 3.
Damn. Shit. I would say when you guys are in All In for last year.
Oh, okay.
I call a homeboy Black Bray Wyatt. That shit was
yes, shouts out to Ace Porter of the Wrestle Cave podcast. Absolutely.
That was a great episode. I say that one. I would say mine too, you know. That's like the first time I was live on podcast. Well, I did Chopper too, but anyway.
I will say he had amazing.
Shade, like he just waved that like damn.
I will say he had
like that's light work.
He had excellent timing. He was like he literally did like this 2 hours into the show. And then the sign fell down at the same time. He has excellent timing. This guy should be an actor. He needs to get Glenn's number. They need to connect. There you go. He should be an actor. So we gotta get into some New Japan news. You are a wrestling fan that watches everything, so we had to get you on to finish on the rest of our top news here. So out of New Japan, according to Justin Brasso of Sports Illustrated, Chris Jericho versus Hiroshi Tanahashi is in the works for New Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Kingdom 14. If you remember back at New Japan Dominion 2019, after the main event between Jericho and Okada, it was Tanahashi that came to save Okada from a Jericho beatdown, setting up this matchup. But what do you think about the potential of a Tanahashi Jericho match? The ridiculous fans going online saying that it's going to be for the AEW Championship, not realizing that AEW and New Japan are not working together and are not on good terms right now. But
it has potential. I feel like if that does happen, they gotta start promoting it for Power Struggle. Get that underway. Get people hyped for the match. Jericho has, outside of the Kenny Omega match, he hasn't had another really great match.
I like the Naito
match at Wrestle Kingdom was good, but it wasn't on that Omega Jericho level. Tanahashi, he's injury prone a lot lately, but I feel like they can do something good. All right. They can definitely do something. And Jericho's at the top of his game right now.
Absolutely.
So I can definitely see them working something out for Wrestle Kingdom.
All right. What about you, Top Guy JJ? What's your thoughts on a potential Tanahashi Jericho match? And do you think that that's a suitable main event match for Wrestle Kingdom, joining Ibushi and Okada, which seems like the top match for the IWGP Championship?
Oh wow, Tanahashi and Jericho.
They might do it for
really
the second show.
But honestly, to be kind of like to kind of keep that same energy, do I really want to see 90 years old in the ring? Like, that's a lot of years, man. Like, that's
also a lot of experience.
Yeah.
I'm just all right.
It's gonna be a good build up for a good match.
To each his own. If to each his own. If this was a whole nother place, we would be talking about how old these motherfuckers are.
No, we wouldn't. When Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker, no one said a word. They are the same ages.
And Tanahashi's like what, 41?
I mean,
42?
at least
he's still good. He's still young.
Is that at least these two can still wrestle their asses off.
Yeah, that was the same thing with Michaels and Undertaker.
Which was a good match. It was a great match.
No one said anything about them being old when that was made.
Good match. I just think.
And how old were they when they did that match?
I think Michaels was 48 and the Undertaker was like 4.
That was 09.
No, that was 09.
Early 40s.
Oh yeah. You're right.
48, 49, 50.
Something like that. Yeah, that is old.
Are we talking about the last Shawn Michaels
10
match?
years
Or are we
ago.
talking about the 25?
But you know what? He was 7 years removed?
No, but what I'm just that was the question because I think
that match?
Yeah.
I think that question. I think that answer came from the match that just happened. I think.
Yeah, we're not talking about that
we're
terrible
talking about the
Crown Jewel
25 match.
Yeah. Undertaker was 42 and Michaels was 43.
And
Right.
You know what? Off topic, I still think that HBK could put off a great match with either AJ or Dolph.
I would have said that. I would have said that after Sweet Saudi Money too.
Afterwards.
I'm not. No, I mean before Sweet Saudi Money too.
Dolph could carry.
I mean, I just don't.
No one's carrying HBK because HBK don't have the passion to do it anymore.
True.
You gotta have the passion. When you're a performer like Shawn Michaels, you gotta have the passion. Once you lose the passion, and no one's gonna carry it.
It's like he doesn't want to do it anymore. Right.
Not for nothing. Honestly, to be honest with you, it's like
He doesn't have to.
A decent match. It just doesn't move me much. And I'm just being honest. It doesn't move me much. To see Tanahashi and Jericho doesn't really do much for me. It's just for a personal level, like when I heard something, if I hear something like a Naito and Jericho, or I heard like even like if Ibushi gets the opportunity, I would rather see something like that. But a Tanahashi and Jericho, I don't.
Honestly,
it just doesn't rub me.
If he does
I
face
don't
him at Wrestle
have.
Kingdom, that should be the last match Jericho does for New Japan. Doesn't he?
I don't have much of a feeling for this match. I just don't.
Well, I feel like
even if it occurs,
I feel like this was the last big star that Jericho had to verse from New Japan, and this was like the one that a lot of people wanted him to verse when he originally signed on with New Japan.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Quite honestly, I was like, okay, he's still fighting over there. Like, you don't have to fight over there. You don't.
He likes performing in Japan.
I that's wonderful. You don't need to do this though, friend. Like, you don't have to.
What's the last match?
She just bravoed it.
Yeah,
That's great.
she's like, that's nice, but come on.
You're like, just stay and just do this job over here. But hey, he wants the money. So hey, whatever.
He's spreading it across the board.
You know, if you want to explore,
Right, he's been explored already though.
And it's two nights of Wrestle Kingdom. So for New Japan wise, they are happy that Jericho wants to still perform in New Japan. So
Okay, go ahead.
teach yourself.
Yeah.
So also we have a dream match scheduled for November 15th, New Japan Destroyer Memorial Night. And this is a whole bunch of new Japanese promotions in one. We got Jushin Thunder Liger teaming with Kenji Muta, aka the Great Muta, and Kento Miyahara, who is the world champion of All Japan Pro Wrestling. They will be facing LIJ's and New Japan's own Bushi and Sanada, as well as Wrestle One's Kai. So this is 3 different promotions from Japan in one big six-man tag team matchup on November 15th. New Japan Pro Wrestling Fighting Spirit Unleashed in New York City. I was there live. The number one down that everyone there had said it was delayed almost 2 hours due to no ambulance being at the Manhattan Center, thanks to someone calling the ambulance company and telling them that the show was canceled.
What?
So I've seen online people saying Vince McMahon, Paul Levesque, Ring of Honor, a local indie promoter. So there's a bunch of.
You're saying sabotage, basically.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like from like the outside looking in.
An anonymous tip basically said, "Hey, the show is canceled. We're not having this anymore."
I guess it'd be a Ring of Honor since they can't sell out that building anymore.
Exactly, and New Japan did it easily.
First day,
easily.
Damn.
So
different states.
Okay.
Philly and New York.
I wouldn't be surprised, but if New Japan finds out that it's somebody from ROH, please, thank you, Lord. Please let this freaking flawed partnership end. Like, free New Japan from the albatross upon their ankle that is Ring of Honor. Please. Impact Wrestling news. This is the time that JJ usually falls asleep. NWA president Billy Corgan says NWA is open to work with any company besides Impact Wrestling. This, of course, is because Billy Corgan used to be a president of Impact Wrestling and had a horrible falling out with them, a lawsuit that is still ongoing in court. So yeah, it's still pending. So what's your thoughts on the NWA basically officially putting their foot down that they're not going to be working with Impact? And what promotion would you like to see NWA
they've
with?
been staticky for like what, since 2007 when they had to make the Impact belt anyway because of the whole. So let that shit down.
Trash.
Throw it in the trash.
It's done.
That's like you like getting back with your ex like 500 times by now. Like let that shit go. Man.
Sometimes you gotta let it go. Move
on. It might be good, but nah, you gotta let it go. Gotta move on.
So who do you see them working with NWA? They've been working with Ring of Honor.
I was gonna say Ring of Honor.
The last couple of months.
That's about it. I don't see them getting any other partnership. Not New Japan. Clearly, Impact should not work in. What else?
CMLL has worked with them in the past.
We're trying to work with everybody. You know, they gotta relax.
They're trying to build it up, basically. Yeah.
Well, they got some of the hottest shows in Arena Mexico. Arena Mexico is considered the hottest arena in professional wrestling right now.
Can't keep doing because they can't keep working with all these companies because they're gonna build like bad partnerships. Like, you're working with them? What the hell?
And we're gonna get into that very shortly when we get into our ROH news for sure. The rest of the Impact news, they're going to be back here in New York City on November 7th and 8th for TV taping at the Melrose Ballroom, so get your tickets now. Impact has signed Impact Tag Team Champions, the North. That is Josh Alexander and Ethan Page. They're going to defend their titles at Bound for Glory on October 23rd in Chicago versus Rich Swann and Willie Mack, as well as the team of Rhino and RVD. This is a three-way tag team match for the Impact Tag Team titles. This is because
RVD and Rhino are a tag team now?
RVD and Rhino recently beat them because Conan, of course, lost his boys from New York, so he said he got some more friends for the North Diverse.
That's what he gets his
and his friends were a whole bunch of guys that are his age or older. Whoa. So, yeah. So that seems legit, though. Most people Conan's age only have people his age as friends. As long as the
North retains, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
There's no reason a washed-up tag team that got put together wins. There's no reason that another team they do.
I like Swann and Mack as a team. Nah, you're not with it. You've been really against black people recently, man.
Wow, that's really.
I just the North are doing their thing right now. Let them keep that tag team.
If I was a wrestling fan on one of these groups, I would say you want white supremacy.
I am the
wow.
C word. That's not the C word you're probably thinking of.
He's a coup. He's a coup. He's a goddamn coup. Yeah. ROH news. This is when JJ wakes up and tries to be supportive of his former child. New ROH World Champion Roosh and his brother Dragon Lee was fired from CMLL following the ROH Death Before Dishonor weekend. This also follows because CMLL was upset with Dragon Lee for performing in the Battle of Los Angeles for PWG. So they basically sent out a press release that they fired Roosh and Dragon Lee. What we found out later from Dave Meltzer of Wrestling Observer, my Uncle Dave, is that Roosh and Dragon Lee quit from CMLL. And then CMLL sent out a press release saying, yeah, we fired them. Nah.
That sounds like how it goes.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. You tell your job, I quit. No, you're fired. We fired their asses, absolutely. And Bandito, unfortunately, following winning the Battle of Los Angeles, he's going to be out for 7 weeks following knee surgery. Flamita is going to be replacing him on the next batch of the ROH tour. And ROH, Death Before Dishonor, this is the one part we're going to have to get the top guy JJ's thoughts on. They gained 600 pay-per-view buys for their recent pay-per-view, Death Before Dishonor, which is a record low for any pay-per-view buy for any wrestling pay-per-view in 2019. Your thoughts?
Didn't Triple H
I
do
mean,
like 65?
They're fucking. They're dying. They're dying a painful
Wait,
slow death.
how does that count with like Honor Club?
Well, then this is just the pay-per-view. Yeah.
Half off.
No, but they're dying a slow death. Like it's bad. Like it's to the point where it's literally it's dark match gutter bad. Like it's really really pitiful and sad to see that a company is just dying before our very eyes. Like it's really bad. And I was hoping that but I didn't think that we picked Roosh to win the title, but really didn't feel like that was gonna move any needles because the man doesn't speak any English. Like how you're just going so far backwards. They're just trying so many different avenues and they're all just not working. Like we knew them losing the Elite was gonna be a blow to them, but this is like a death blow to them. Like they just cannot recover from this.
They can't stop the bleeding.
They cannot. They have not found a star to heal the patches. They cannot find somebody to keep their success going. It's their own fault, but at the same time, there's not a single star on there that can carry that company.
But they could have worked towards that.
Name somebody that can carry the company to the point like.
But they could have worked towards it. The fact that they only banked on the Elite when they had them was their own demise.
But they fell the same route that WCW fell when they went the NWO route. They rode the hot hand, and then the hot hand left,
and that was it.
And then now it's
so
they don't have a single person.
So
we all thought potentially that Jay Lethal could do something, but that materialized into nothing.
But even with that, he was.
Everybody thought that Marty Scurll was going to be some type of lifeblood into them, pun intended. Lifeblood sucks.
Lifeblood's actually very good.
Like they're all basically they're great mid-card people.
Not Bandito. Bandito is the breakout
star. Yeah, but breakout star. But at the same time, he's not an American star. They're not gonna get over with Mexican stars. They're not. It's just not gonna happen.
We shall see as this.
It's the truth.
Hey, we shall see. ROH.
Just bring name one.
Well, they haven't positioned Bandito as a star yet. At all. They've been putting them in tag teams and
They haven't positioned anyone as a star.
Why are we still talking about this shit? Like it's just
like they did not. They just it was out of nowhere.
Yeah,
they didn't build him up.
He was undefeated.
Yeah, but they didn't build him up.
They didn't make Bandito a star. Like I swear to God, if they make Bandito champion, ain't nobody gonna buy that shit anyway.
I'll buy it.
Cause we're wrestling fans.
I haven't been buying anything ROH.
You talk about the outsiders, like they see a fucking guy with a bandana mask as champion, they're not gonna care.
But they've even lost their core audience, so that's the issue here. So what would you guys say is worse, Impact in 2016 or ROH in 2019?
I never seen none of them. So next.
I was about to say, because I don't watch either. I didn't watch either.
No, but I'm saying the state. Basically, Impact in 2016. That's when they had name changes galore. They had they were Global Force Wrestling. They were TNA for a time. Then they became Global Impact, Force Global Force Network, Impact Wrestling. ROH in 2019 can't give away tickets. This show they were giving away the last 100 tickets. They still couldn't sell out.
I mean, Impact wasn't selling out like small arenas either. Then that's a tough question, man. They both sucked.
Put it in the comment section.
That's it. Get it over with. Just call it your losses. Just call it.
I didn't watch Impact 2016. I ain't watching, but I do watch Ring of Honor here and there. So, based off my opinion, I would say Impact had a worse time.
So, put it in the comment section, especially for our YouTube channel. What was worse, ROH in 2019 or Impact in 2016?
I can't think of shit from 2016 for Impact.
Drunk Guy JJ, anything you want to say to the Tru Heels before we sign you off?
Follow me on Instagram, Maxwell J. Duggan. You probably see me on TV, as always.
I mean,
At your next wrestling show.
What's your next show you going
Catch
to?
me at, what we in October? AEW Philly.
You want to Philly? See, look.
He's got a lineup. This is the shows.
SmackDown in Philly.
November 15th.
But you don't even live in Philly.
The whole weekend.
I do live in Philly. What do you mean?
Okay, sure.
How did you tell me where I live?
You said
that's the rest of your 2019 schedule?
Okay.
As of now, probably, yeah. I got you.
You need to. I'm saying you still ain't tell us how you could to put people on.
What do you mean?
Black excellence.
He said work. He said dedication and hard work.
Yeah.
That's why
hard work, dedication, and focus.
Hustle, loyalty, respect.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
HLR.
Seth, do not.
Well, thank you, Top Guy JJ. We appreciate you coming on, joining us again, and we're definitely gonna have you back on Tru Heel Heat for sure. The top drunks, tag team of 2019. Anything from the spotlight and the Tru Heels before we move to what we missed in our next guest.
Yeah, let's backtrack a bit. Stat King is actually looking forward to Tanahashi and Jericho.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Go ahead.
Sounds
There's a
like
lot.
great
Go ahead.
match. The high fly flow into a code breaker. Come on.
Absolutely.
And the Negro Buck says, "I'm here for Jericho and Tanahashi. Jericho's promos would be great."
Wonderful.
Don't disagree.
Yeah.
Don't disagree.
All of the above. I'm looking forward to it. Anything from anybody we haven't heard from so far?
Steve Salvage says, in regards to
I know we
ROH,
said not
and they
to-
signed Taven to a new massive contract.
Yes, they did. That's the last bit of information from Ring of Honor. Matt Taven re-upped on his contract, so he has re-signed. He is not going to be leaving Ring of Honor, which we pretty much predicted on the last Tru Heel Heat. We said that Taven would most likely re-sign, and Marty Scurll would probably move on.
And some answers to the question. The Negro Buck says ROH in 2019 is worse, and no debate. Stat King agrees. JMC agrees. Matt Miller says Impact was a shitstorm. I'm going with that.
Are you still reading their comments?
Yeah, absolutely.
mean,
That's a very good question for our viewing audience. So please continue to answer. Anyone that's still watching, if you're watching on YouTube, please put in our comment section, Kayfabe Tactics. I know as a regular viewer, we want to hear what you think. ROH in 2019 or Impact in 2016. What was worse? So our very next special guest is a very, very special one to us. Yes, she was an original host of Tru Heel Heat. She was with us from Tru Heel Heat #1 to Tru Heel Heat 9. Where yes, she hit me with a steel chair. Yes, she hit me with a steel chair. She signed off, but she's done a whole bunch of great work for us. She was the person behind the camera doing the cinematography for our classic battle in New Orleans of Baby Seth versus SP3. She got the inside looks while Baby Seth was crying from his crib. She is really? She is lovely. She is beautiful. She's also the creator of our Ronda Mania shirts that we had during WrestleMania season that you can see Chrissy wearing on our Facebook page.
I never put that shit on, first of all.
But you look beautiful in it. So it is none other than original moderator, the Tru Heel Goddess. Yes, this is a very wild. I've said such positive things about her on the show. This is none other than the one, the only Tru Heel Mimi returning to the show. Yes. Welcome back. They gotta have their moment. They gotta have a moment. Oh, the Brooklyn Knights are back together.
Goddamn right.
I feel so left out on this. So welcome back. Welcome back. I'll bring it in. I haven't hugged you since Tru Heel Heat 8 or something. But welcome back to the show. We haven't had you on since our all-in weekend in Chicago last year. So welcome back to the show. You are one of the pioneers of Tru Heel Heat. You were our original moderator. You made my job easy in the beginning.
So what you trying to say?
You guys like not staying on the rails. So it was easier to stay on the rails when I was just a contributor and not the moderator.
I don't need an explanation.
He's just gonna pour another drink.
I mean, y'all just wild as shit. I mean, we already went into 3 hours right now, so that's why y'all needed me in the beginning.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, that's why.
I don't need that explanation.
What has been your best memory from all these 49 episodes of Tru Heel Heat?
I mean, you already highlighted it. It was the chair shot heard around the world.
That sounds personal.
Around Tru Heel Nation.
It was. I'm still recovering. I'm in rehab still after almost 2 years.
I'm pretty sure. And then also, of course, the epic battle of New Orleans for me. Those two were my absolute highlights. You know, it's been about 40 some odd episodes, but I'm happy to be back. And of course, you know, the Wonder Woman shirts were by yours truly, and more to come, of course.
Absolutely.
How was that Rhonda shirt?
She's very talented, and she's working on more T-shirts for the Tru Heels to purchase. So be on the lookout on Pro Wrestling Tees.
Anything else? I wear them.
.com.
The Rhonda shirts.
And if you have any personal requests for that, Mimi Chula NYC on Instagram.
Check her out. She's on Twitch. She's on a whole bunch of social media platforms. So contact Mimi. Don't slide in her DMs for anything else but business.
Absolutely.
Not the business you're thinking of. So
on that note,
we gotta follow up from our ROH news and step into ROH Death Before Dishonor. I'm not gonna go too much into this because I know Top Guy JJ. We had to keep him awake. So the biggest moments was Roosh defeating Matt Taven to become the new ROH World Champion. We had the Briscoes defeat Lifeblood in an ROH Tag Team title match. Shane Taylor defeated Tracy Williams and Flip Gordon to defend the ROH TV Championship. Angelina Love of the Allure, she defeated Kelly Klein to become the new Ring of Honor Woman of Honor champion. We had Jonathan Grisham pull the upset victory over Jay Lethal, and they shook hands afterwards. Even after Grisham turned heel on Lethal, he gained his respect. And PCO and Marty Scurll advanced in the number one contenders tournament to determine the number one contender for the ROH World title at Final Battle at the end of the year. Match of the night is either going to be between Briscoes versus Lifeblood or Grisham versus Lethal. You guys can post in the comment section right here on Facebook Live or on our YouTube channel and tell us what you thought. And of course, the MVP of the night was the new ROH World Champion, Roosh. I don't know if you guys watched Death Before Dishonor. Not many people did.
No.
So it's okay. We can move on. I'm going to run through. I was there live for Battle Club Pro, Anything You Can Do, and I got to witness the finale, the farewell. See, that's the alarm telling me we should have been done. And the finale and the farewell of Santana and Ortiz, formerly known as LAX, they had an emotional farewell speech at the end of the show after being defeated by two lovely females, two great wrestlers called the Sea Stars. They got the victory over Santana and Ortiz. A very emotional farewell speech that's up on Battle Club Pro's YouTube channel right now, so check that out. And we're going to have our special view and our special view from the crowd of their farewell speech is going to be on our YouTube channel possibly next week.
Also, shout out to PR.
Absolutely. They rep PR very hard, and so do you.
Yeah.
Anthony Bowens, he defeated Tessa Blanchard to defend the BCP Heavyweight Championship. The Bad Apple Matt McIntosh defeated Shotzi Blackheart. Tasha Steelz and her crew beat Harlow O'Hara and Trip Cassidy as well, and a bunch of his guys to become the new BCP Icons champion. This was Tasha Steelz getting a victory over Chip Cassidy. After the match, Harlow O'Hara basically said that she's no longer going after the Icons championship and that she's going after Anthony Bowens and the heavyweight championship. So I'm looking forward to seeing Harlow compete against the guys. Jordan Grace defeated Darius Carter with the help of the Bad Apple. I would say match of the night was Bowens versus Blanchard. And of course, the MVPs for their farewell from the independent scene was, of course, Santana and Ortiz. New Japan Fighting Spirit Unleashed Tour. They were in Lowell, Massachusetts, New York, as well as Philadelphia. Yeah, we had Phillies, I think, walking out right now, but they didn't get the best show, I guess. But a whole bunch of news came out of their U.S. tour. God beat Roppongi 3K to defend the IWGP Tag Team titles in Lowell. Kenta defeated Yoshihashi, as well as Iwa and Sanada pulled the upset against Kota Ibushi and Kazuka Okada in the main event in NYC. Team Tanahashi defeated Team Bullet Club in the main event of Philly. I would say match of the tournament was Ibushi, Okada, and Tanahashi versus LIJ on night 1 in Lowell. And the MVP of the whole entire tour was Tanahashi, because this guy's like 40-something years old and he's still performing at an amazing high level. So we got to get into Premiere Week. We ran through the shows that happened over the weekend. I know these two watch AEW Dynamite, as well as Chrissy, who's going to be joining us in 1 second again. Biggest moment for you guys of AEW Dynamite. What was the one moment or one segment that stood out the most to you?
I mean, I had a few highlights for AEW Dynamite. For me, I was really, really truthfully surprised at how amazing of a show it was and how completely just focused I was minute to minute to minute. There was no moment where I had a pause where I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna go take a piss break sort of shit. It wasn't like that. Even though there were so many moments where there was a picture-in-picture that kind of took away from, the experience of the show. For me, the match of the night, absolutely for me, was the 6-man tag.
Okay.
Just straight up for me. That also what stood out for me was the Bastard versus Hangman.
Bastard!
Completely amazing. And then also, as far as this wasn't a strong match at all, but just promo-wise, MJF being complete fucking heel was amazing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That really
salt of the earth, baby.
We got to hear the drum guy call him an asshole live on air.
Yeah. Jake Hager's debut really surprised me. I didn't expect that at all. Really wasn't following that too much.
Same.
And then the start of the show, which was Cody versus Sammy Guevara. For me, it was a solid match. There was a lot of tit for tat going back and forth. I think that they wrestled well with each other, so it was a very strong match in that sense. Comparing to the Hangman versus Pac match, for me, it was intense, and that's what I preferred for me as far as like the matches. Other highlights, just obviously Moxley coming out to taunt Omega again. That whole segment.
The memes all over the place.
Absolutely. Just completely wild. I was texting this dude like, oh my god. It completely was an amazing show for me. Also, shout out to Nick Jackson. He really did his shit in that 6-man tag. He was amazing. Stunning. Then just the other little bits of it, again, what I did like is the fact that the Elite and Cody and all the people who transitioned out of ROH into developing AEW weren't all the winners. They weren't the highlight. They weren't the McMahons of AEW. They were just like, we're going to...
I like what you did there, friend. I like what you did just there. I like that.
They allowed everybody else to have a showcase. And even though we have this stable-ish sort of thing developing, I understand your points, Chrissy, with, and Janelle's points as well, about, you don't want former LAX being part of a stable, but then again, you do need that, because you do need a stronger introduction to people who aren't too familiar with their product originally.
Who they are, right.
Exactly.
So
you have to introduce them to who these two guys are.
Correct. So, I mean, people, of course, are familiar with the Rhodes family. They're familiar with Cody, Brandy, them, the Elite, obviously. Everyone's familiar with them. But just giving the underdogs, so-called, a chance, I think was amazing. And then the women's match with Rio and Nyla Rose, I thought Rio was going to die.
Exactly. Like,
I was like, what's this little 90-pound girl going to do? She's going to fucking die. And then she didn't. She won. She won.
Which no one saw that coming. First of all, I don't think no one said, hey, you know what? This little girl is going to win. That's dressed as Tinkerbell in white is going to win.
like I would say, not all the match was pretty. There was like a couple of boss spots, but as far as like
not little, but a lot.
As far as like telling a great story of a David versus Goliath and having the emotion and making it feel real, that match was amazing.
Well, that's a great spin on that. David versus Goliath and Goliath won. Okay, great.
Well, David won.
Well, yeah, David won.
For me, in that match specifically, the superplex,
I've been drinking
and the 3
a lot.
double knees sequence was beautiful.
I would say that knee drop Nyla gave her while she's hanging on the ropes. Everybody was like, oh! Everybody thought she died.
Again, everyone thought that she would have won that match. You invested so much into this match, you would want her. I figured they would have her be the first one to win. She will be the first, regardless.
Right.
But I figured they would have made her the first.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Also, for me, just with the Cody match, again, I did, the little things like, Brandy, smacking homie upside the head.
Brandy looked amazing, first of all.
She did. No, she
Let's
really
just
did.
call it what it is.
That.
Yes. The entrance, everything, all great.
Yeah, Pyro. Welcome back, Pyro, to wrestling.
Oh my God.
On all the shows.
That's the one where Pyro is the winner for the week.
The MVP of the week.
Yes.
Pyro's having a hot girl summer.
You don't got to tell her no more, but hey, let's call it what it is.
So I did appreciate seeing that, the full gear, heat build up again, just little subtleties here and there between all the competitors. I really did appreciate.
New sets this week.
New sets and Pyro. Welcome fucking back. That's just what
we haven't had sets
exactly. Fresh week of wrestling.
Right?
It felt this whole week. It felt alive again. Like it really from start to finish. That's why. Just
like they spent some money this week. We got paid.
To literally get Raw's 3 hours, 7, 9. You got 9 hours of good wrestling. Like how often do you get to say that during a wrestling week?
Not at all.
None whatsoever.
We're spoiled.
But then it's
we are.
But this didn't happen.
That's the problem.
But this didn't
That's
happen.
Right, exactly.
So
we're used to what we had.
Wrestling fans can go hunting on a full stomach.
Like, but not for no one is giving props to these 3 beautiful sets. Like all 3 sets were phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like Raw's set looks beautiful. AEW set looks good. SmackDown set looks really nice. Like they all
SmackDown, I think is the winner though.
Yeah, I agree.
I think SmackDown
is the winner.
SmackDown modernized their original set, so that's what made it really, really good. Yeah.
That was so dope.
One final comment with the Cody match with Les Champions.
Le
Holding a Mimi and smacking Cody with the chair.
Yep.
Appreciated that. Was it a bit lengthy? I will say that whole sequence was a bit lengthy, yes.
Well, it ran into the commercial break, so.
But again,
too many commercial breaks. First of all, yes, let's call it.
Well, they gotta pay the bills.
They do.
They gotta pay the bills.
Yeah. You gonna pay them bills?
I got it.
With during the 6-man tag, of course, the surprise. The surprise was. Obviously. So the surprise was that we had, Ortiz and Santana back, with Jericho. But for me, what I appreciated is, again, all the heel heat at the end of the show in general. It was just a complete massacre of like, no, I'm going to fuck you up. And that's just it. No one's a winner here.
No one's a winner. Yeah.
That's it. And I appreciate it. There wasn't this cliffhanger or anything like that. It was just a great build up to the pay-per-view that's coming. And it makes you want to watch it again.
Yep.
So moving on from that, I'm just going to go and talk about SmackDown. 20 fucking years. Holy shit.
Well, we're getting to that. I want to hear from JJ and Chrissy what you guys, any other thoughts you have for AEW Dynamite for that show? What was your highlight? Your number one highlight of the show?
Oh, Cody coming out with his red bottoms and kicking the shit out. Yes. That was my highlight. I told you I love the ending of both shows. So that was the ending of that show with him coming out with his fresh pair of shoes that he took out of the box. I'm gonna put these shoes on right before I go out there, and I'm gonna kick a mud hole in these niggas.
He put them shits on right before he came.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't have to have the red carpet or like the premiere show. No, he didn't do that. He put them on right before he ran out there, and he slipped. Just to show you that those shits was brand new.
Exactly.
Brand new.
Don't have any grips on those shoes at all.
Not at all.
How about you, Top Guy JJ? What was your top highlight of AEW Dynamite?
For me, and this is very cliche, but for me, the very beginning. The fact that when they picked the right man for the right entrance to start the
show.
Yep.
The entrance of Cody Rhodes made it feel like a big night was upon us.
Yep.
Like it felt like a spectacle was about to happen.
Yes.
That's what it felt like. Even though even if he didn't have the best match, he didn't have the best performance, but his presence and him igniting that crowd. If you were in the building in Washington, you know what that shit felt like, and I wasn't even there. So if you know what that crowd was electric when that man came out, like he has a special connection. Like there's wrestlers in this industry that has special, different connections with the fans, and he is one of them.
Can I just say something? Can I just say first, one, the person that he was fighting was 12. 2, the next thing I want to just say that Dusty Rhodes is just smiling. He had a party up in heaven, just looking down at his children, looking at the debut. First of all, both, like someone put a meme that he's watching both his kids wrestle, which is beautiful.
Except all his kids are on the main roster, but
right.
move on.
I mean, let's just ahead. Listen. He's molded right. He's molded these people, and he's made this thing. He did this. This is him. This is him. If he was not the person that trendsetted this, or he was the person of the night, it was him. Yeah. He did that. And for him to have that party, like, hey, yo, my kids is about to have this ill wrestling matches, like they're gonna have this wrestling show. I need y'all to come sit down and watch. I don't know what Jesus is gonna say right now, but I need y'all to come watch this stuff.
Come to the basement.
Right. Come come over to my crib. I'm having all this food for y'all. Don't worry.
Yeah, Cody and Brandon.
Like if he was alive, he would it gives you chills, thinking about if he was here to see this happen. You know what I'm saying? Like it's beautiful.
I would say even before Cody's entrance, the thing that made it different for me was the video package for Sammy versus Cody.
Okay, yeah.
That's how you set up the first match ever for your promotion on national TV. You give the viewing audience a reason to care about the two guys that are about to go into the ring. They told the story of what Cody is getting out of this match. This is setting up his world title match at AEW Full Gear. This is for Sammy. This is the biggest match of his life. He didn't say his career. He said his life. The dude is like 20-something years old. Would you
stop? Not a piece of hair all over his
Stop!
He is
ridiculous.
He's like Zack Slater when he was on the first episode of
Saved by the Bell.
He was 12. He came out with that panda on his head. Really, a panda? Really? That's what you want to use on your head, friend?
That's his favorite. That's his favorite animal.
Yeah, a panda. You're a softie. You're a 12.
So who would you say was your MVP for Dynamite or Dynamite?
Brandy.
Brandy was the MVP. How about you?
Hell yeah.
For me, I mean, of course, I do love Brandy, but MVP of the whole show in general is just Jericho. I mean, that man is a fucking.
I mean, the Bubbly, he's MVP regardless. I don't. He didn't need to get that.
I agree with Mimi because Chris Jericho was in WWE for 20 years. Yeah. He never felt like the top star of WWE. Right. He's been in WCW. He's been a great special guest star in New Japan. He has never been the top star in New Japan. So this felt like for the first time in his illustrious career, Chris Jericho was the biggest star on a wrestling
show. The top heel.
Yeah, and he's been a top heel before, but I'm saying he was the biggest star. He was
the face of that brand right now. Okay, I see what you're saying now. Because I was like, he's been a top star before. He's been
one of the top star. He's never been the top star in WWE. He's never been the man.
Okay.
He's never
been the man.
He's been the top heel. He's been one of the top stars.
He's the Roman Reigns of the company, basically.
He's the Becky Lynch, because Becky Lynch is the face of WWE.
Okay,
and they proved that. We'll get into it on SmackDown. Go ahead.
They didn't bring Seth.
They didn't bring Charlotte.
Exactly.
I gotta agree. The man of the night, the MVP of the show was Chris Jericho. I mean, just to him, his involvement off the gate literally lets you know what he is invested into this company. Like, he is giving this his all. Whether it's his last run, whether it's he is giving this his all. Yeah, I mean, the money is one thing. Yes, Chris Jericho is a paid, wealthy man.
Yep.
He doesn't.
Omaha Steaks has paid him enough already.
He could have taken a $10-15 million deal from the WWE, and his effort would not have been the same in the WWE because he would have been programmed. He would have been put up in a stage. he would have been set up. AEW is giving him, he's getting stages and programs, but he's getting a lot of freedom of what
he's doing. He does when he gets out there. His outfit choices, everything up above. Yes,
this is reigniting a passion, and whether this is his last run, a 2-3 year run, he is giving this shit his all, and you can clearly see it.
Even when he walks out, you can just tell, like, this is just, yeah, right. He is doing this, and he's just having an ultimate time. He doesn't even really have to win to per se. It's just showing that he's just giving his all, and he's enjoying his job.
You can tell he loves it. That's what it is. That's what it is. And it's funny.
He's loving coming to work.
Yeah, exactly. And one just final thing about that. My mom doesn't really know anything about wrestling to any degree, but she remembers Jericho and she remembers The Rock, which is very apropos for this week in wrestling.
Absolutely. Right? And hello.
So one thing she did say is, because I did show her, the different stages of Jericho, and she was just like, oh my God, he's like the Madonna of wrestling. And my mom
Madonna?
was like, nothing. Wrestling.
How comparison? Wow, that's crazy.
Holy shit, no, that actually fucking works.
That's all point.
Continuously reinvents himself. And
who'd you say?
Madonna.
I said Jay-Z.
That's a good one too, though.
Yeah,
that's still relevant.
Jadakiss. Because I say Jadakiss only over some fact that Jay-Z is always going to be on the top tier.
No.
Jadakiss always mentioned in that top 5, like Jericho.
But the reason
why I've been that top star.
All right. Stop there right there.
No, but the reason
not at one time
sorry.
in Jadakiss's life he has ever been the man of
anything.
No, but the
reason
why
so you want to say the same thing?
I'm sorry. How did we go from comparisons to Madonna and Jay-Z to fucking Jadakiss?
Stop.
Give Jadakiss props. No, I feel you, Quan.
Stop.
I feel you. Give Jada. Give Jada his props, friend.
Let's talk about SmackDown.
Well, we gotta talk about the other show from Wednesday. The other show from Wednesday.
Oh yeah, SP.
NXT Live on USA Network. We had a whole bunch of big moments from this show. Of course, Adam Cole defeated Matt Riddle to defend the NXT Championship.
That shit should have never happened. Go ahead, finish.
Why are you always hating on Riddle? God damn.
Finish.
Your hate of Riddle is so strong.
It's not even hate.
You and JMC. You agree with JMC about something.
Finally.
There you go.
Okay.
And then afterwards, Finn Balor returned to NXT and confronted the NXT champion.
If I wasn't already married, that would be my husband.
There you go. We ended the night with Tommaso.
He was sexy as with his Baron Corbin haircut. Oh.
Of course.
And I don't even like Baron Corbin. You know that.
Tommaso Ciampa returned to NXT to confront the NXT champion.
I see you, friend.
To confront the NXT champion at the end of the night after
haircut. Okay, I got it.
Undisputed Era defeated the Street Profits in the main event to defend the tag team titles.
Street Profits is the winners. I'm sorry, but a great match.
That was the entrance of the night. On either show was Wale coming out with the Street Profits. That was the entrance of the show.
About Wale being on.
He didn't even know the words to their song. Stop.
It don't even.
He did not know the words. I thought Wale was gonna sing the Street Profits song, and then he was just being a hype man for the Street Profits.
Absolutely.
It was fun. No, it was fun. So much energy.
Profit, you say street?
No, when I say street, you say profits. Street profits. Street profits.
Listen, Paul took out no expense to have any of these things happen on that show.
What are you talking about? You didn't pay no Wale no money.
What you say?
They didn't want Wale at AEW.
Yeah.
Let's give him a check so he won't be at the show that he probably would have been at if we didn't throw him that check.
This is actually facts. You're right, friend.
Absolutely.
Shayna Baszler. He can easily get to DC with no problems.
Shayna Baszler defeated Candice LeRae to defend the NXT Women's Championship. Was the other title match?
Finish her run.
Yeah, I know, right?
She's got to. I mean,
it's almost a year next week.
It has to finish. Like, I mean.
Yeah. Who is in line to beat her? Who would you say? I would say in a perfect world, the person who should beat Shayna Baszler is the first person she ever injured, who recently just came back from injury, Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai was the first person she ever took out. So
other than that, the other one that just turned heel, which is
Io Shirai, it doesn't make sense now because she's heel.
Right, but I mean. I'm just Shayna Baszler is a great wrestler. Don't get me wrong, phenomenal. I'm just it's becoming to the point where it's just stale now. Like it's carbon copy, like copy and paste. Like it's the same stuff. Like we already knew that she was gonna win.
Hey,
So now it's like we need a new. She's been champion what 3 years?
So
No,
Chrissy, if you
the
were going to
year.
put her on like one of the main roster shows, which one would you rather have her at?
I wouldn't even put her on the main roster. I keep where she's at, to be honest.
What? Are you kidding me?
I wouldn't put her on the main
She's
roster.
better than every heel on the main roster, man or female.
But when you put her on the main roster, guess what happens? You're
What
lost in the shuffle.
No, not a character like that. She's the right hand to our Lord and Savior, Ronda Rousey.
You can't compare EC3 to Shayna.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
So what you're saying is, since she's the right hand to Ronda Rousey, she's gonna have like this tremendous career.
Yeah, nepotism.
Fuck out of here, y'all.
Nepotism.
Shit, y'all. No.
Just because you don't like Ronda Rousey doesn't mean that Vince McMahon doesn't.
Because she's just because she's one of the fake 4 horsewomen thing shit, whatever.
Original. The original horsewoman. The original, you mean?
So there's gotta be comments after her rant.
Let it be comments. That shit is fake. They're not the original ones. Garbage.
They were the original one. Like that's a fact. That's not. It's not an opinion.
But they are the original 4 horsewomen.
Let's talk.
Yes, they are.
Are they? Oh, so you disagree? Okay, well.
They were the horsewomen first.
I mean, to make a. I mean, they
took from one of the 4 horsewomen's dead.
Okay, what does that mean?
That doesn't even matter. All I'm saying is that you feel that because who she is and because who she's friends with, she's gonna have this tremendous career.
Yeah, nepotism.
If she go to the main roster, who's that person that she gonna fight?
Becky Lynch.
What?
She took out Becky Lynch. Hello, that's the person that Ronda was feuding with.
I love you, but I think her crown might be a little tight.
Let's loosen this up.
I think a crown might be a little tight.
Loosen it up a little bit. Right?
Agree to disagree, whatever. I don't think.
Let's hear from the spotlight and the
trash, whatever.
That's actually
okay. Let's hear from the spotlight and the Tru Heels real quick.
Negro Bud says, "Damn, Chrissy outsauced JJ."
Listen, when it comes to Ronda Rousey, I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen. Basically, I mean, I've died my feelings on Baron Corbin because everybody knows he's trash. But every time Ronda's name comes up,
King
there's
Corbin.
gonna be mixed opinions.
I mean, you can have mixed opinions all you want.
But at least everybody knows unanimously Baron Corbin is trash.
You're
except
straddling
his
the
lines
fence.
on SmackDown this past week.
Baron.
Dave Hizzo and Clay both want to see Rhea Ripley take the title from Shayna.
Okay.
Another really good person. And that's the future right there because she's only, 24 years old?
The Negro Buck does not appreciate the disrespect for Sammy Guevara.
Absolutely. Hating on everybody. Riddle, Sammy, Ronda.
Hey.
He's 12. Well, I don't care.
And the Stat King says the AEW show was phenomenal. Cody and Brandy were great, and the formation of the Jericho heel stable were outstanding.
And it was a great story from the beginning of the show to the end of the show as far as Sammy Guevara because we had that video package. Basically, the video package kind of set him up as a tweener or a babyface. And then
12 years old! See? Hello?
Can I finish my thought?
I mean, I'm just saying
damn, like...
teenager.
Babyface means good guy, so you know. It
Okay,
doesn't talk
yeah,
about his face. And then during the match...
The pubic hair, right? There's nothing here. He looks 12.
And then during the match, he puts Brandy in front of the suicide dive attempt by Cody, and that was the most heat besides the ending that anyone got during the night.
Classic WWE thing that he did, where he took Macho Man, did the whole thing with Miss Elizabeth. Classic. You did your research, friend, because you're 12 and you know that you knew you had to do that.
Then he shook Cody's hand, and then Jericho attacks Cody, and he does nothing. He just rolls off the ring, and that set up him joining their stable at the end of the night. So beautiful storytelling. Beautiful storytelling.
Jericho won of the night, first of all.
So let's talk about NXT. Finish up with NXT. I would say the match of the night was obviously Cole versus Riddle. That was a tremendous match. MVP
Absolutely.
either would have to go to the NXT champion or the 2 returns. What were your guys' thoughts on the two returns on NXT on USA? Which one did you think was better, Balor or Ciampa? I see Top Guy JJ's thinking about it.
Damn, that's a hard one. That's a hard one.
All right, I'm gonna be honest with this one. I don't think they should have both happened in the same week.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wait, save one for the other. Yes.
I think that literally like Finn Balor's moment was so big.
Big, yes.
Like that was a monumental risk
Absolutely.
that WWE is taking by bringing their former Universal, former Intercontinental Champion, a very, very big star on the normal brands in Finn Balor and bringing him back to Full Sail. Big chance right there. Biggest moment of the night for NXT right there.
Facts.
They end the show with another biggest moment of the night.
Which
like
was
it was great.
It
was great.
Thank
but
you.
It's like, now what is everybody talking about at the end of NXT?
Yep.
Tommaso's fucking return.
Yep.
So now everybody's clamoring. Everybody's clamoring for a triple threat. You just not ruined both returns, but it's like they should have each had their spotlights.
Facts.
So now you're giving them both the spotlight at the same time. One of them's now got to take a big ass L, and now it's like you kind of salted one of their returns because one is not going to be as big as the other one.
Yep.
Because now Tommaso is literally the biggest NXT star and probably the biggest NXT heel since Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
And now that Tommaso is back, it's like he has to win.
He
has to win. He has to win the championship. But now it's like, why the fuck did y'all bring Finn Balor back? Because he was possibly their greatest NXT champion.
Right.
So it's like, what? Like, it's great that they're back, yes. But why did y'all do it both in night one of AEW's thing?
Because
I know it's for AEW, but it's sometimes you're you're saturated a little bit too much. Sometimes when you're over season the food, it tastes a little bit salty, it tastes a little bit too peppery, it's a little too much. So if you would have just ended the night with that great title match and just called it a fucking night, that would have been a great NXT show. Didn't need Tommaso until after fucking Finn Balor and Cole's beef ends. It was great stuff, but
it shouldn't have
been too much in one shot.
Anything from the nation?
Yeah, well, Kenneth Dinkins begs to differ. Now, it was a good idea to have them both come out at the same show, because now it'll have fans talking, because you'll have Finn versus Ciampa.
I mean,
no, that's not what they set up. They set up both of them versus Cole.
Yeah, exactly.
That's different from what you said, buddy.
They both came out at the same time.
Yeah. Anything else? That's it. Okay.
Right.
Go ahead, Mimi.
Right.
What did you think was better, Ciampa or Balor?
Again, I just think Ciampa was completely overshadowed. Truthfully, I really didn't see pretty much the entire show. I just saw bits and pieces here. But the number one thing, even just Instagram, everything that I kept seeing, Finn Balor.
See?
So if I had not actually seen it, I wouldn't have recognized that Ciampa even
came back.
I actually didn't know Ciampa returned till right now. And I didn't watch NXT. I knew about
that. Which is what ruined it because everybody's spotlight. All right, so this is what happened. So basically, everyone that watched NXT live that night, at the end of the show, everybody was talking Ciampa.
Yeah.
Yes.
The following day, everyone was talking about Balor. So it was like literally Ciampa's moment lasted until midnight.
It was 15 minutes.
Once Cinderella's shoe had to come off, it became Finn Balor's spotlight all over again. So
because the way it happened was better than when Ciampa came out.
Right, because Ciampa came out, basically walked out, did a stare down, the night ended.
That's it. It was over.
It ended.
Finn Balor came out, and it was like he came out. He did a stare on with Adam Cole. He actually talked with the crowd. He did his whole entrance song. He did his entrance through the whole thing, and he still was more impactful than Ciampa. And so it definitely was overshadowed, for sure.
I agree.
One should have been for the next 2 weeks, maybe, probably.
I agree with them on the night. Balor had the better return. I feel long term, Ciampa is much better for NXT because on a number of levels. If this happened 6 months ago, I'd be 100% with everybody here that Balor on NXT is great news. But 6 months ago, we didn't have Balor set up a feud with the top star on the main roster. He got defeated by The Fiend, which was supposed to put him out for 2 months. And everyone thought that would set up Demon versus Fiend for later down the line when The Fiend was the Universal Champion. For him now to go to the third brand, because no matter how much we love NXT, it's the third brand, and it's a brand he's the longest reigning champion in history. He just went backwards. He's competing for a title he's the greatest champion ever for. Are you fucking kidding me?
That's basically it.
It's backwards. It's fucking backwards. But I will say, the other thing I do want to note though, for Balor himself, it's great news because he's still getting paid $800,000 a year to work less. So as far as Ciampa, as far as Balor wise, that's great news. WWE wise, I don't know how that makes sense.
Again, the people that's writing this shit, I don't know what I need a job. Hello?
No, that's just the number one problem with this 2-hour NXT was they just threw everything at the wall.
At what?
And 3 weeks of NXT has proven to me that it's a great 1-hour show that they are dragging out for 2 hours.
Thank you.
Facts.
It's a great
fact. Because it should be 1 hour.
It should be 1 hour.
After like the second hour, you're like, okay, I don't want to really watch this right now.
Somewhat problem for NXT is that all the shit that they threw, most of it stuck.
Yeah.
So now it's like, what do you exclude on a week-to-week basis? Because you can't have them do the same program every
day.
week.
You're not going to start off every week with an NXT title match. You're not going to have three title matches on the show. You're not going to have limited commercials every fucking week. You're not going to have a 15-minute overrun next week because Street Profits versus Undisputed Era, when I looked at the time and I was like, oh, 18 minutes. This is going to be a great match. Then I realized we had 15 minutes on top of that, and they made a great 15-minute match into a very long-ass, pretty good 30-minute match. That's what happened. That overrun. It was pretty good.
It was okay.
It was pretty good.
That's what you're saying?
It was pretty good.
So any final thoughts before we move on to SmackDown?
I thought it was good.
Any final thoughts before we move on?
I think that's all for NXT on USA. I know you've been wanting to get into the 20th anniversary of SmackDown. So what was your thoughts on Friday Night SmackDown's debut on Fox?
Well, welcome back, Rock. That's one. Two, also, I thoroughly enjoyed the roast of Baron Corbin.
Oh my God.
I mean,
cracky.
Yes, I have the exact quote. Budget Burger King on crack.
You look like a 35-year-old virgin at Comic-Con.
Yes.
AEW was doing a panel at Comic-Con. I respect the shade.
Becky Lynch, when she was just like, oh, she's more of a man than him, and she doesn't even have testicles. That other part was also beautiful.
No, it was the Rock was like, The Rock was like, you're a king, you don't need to get dressed up like a king. Becky's a man. She's not walking around with testicles. Well, if I did, I would have bigger ones than you. Yeah. That's one of Becky Lynch's best lines of the year.
Exactly. I'm just saying, did they even rehearse this? I don't even think they rehearsed it. This was just going off the
ground.
ground.
He was mad stuck. He was just like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting that.
Right.
Also, he came out fucking look like Jon Snow. Let me just fucking throw that out there.
Hello.
Right,
I said, didn't I say, let's make our own different cape? Different? Like, why do you look like
the Night's Watch?
Right. Who said let's make him a robe like that? Who said that? Yeah. It's beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but you carbon copied him as a Jon Snow wannabe at Comic-Con.
But that's what makes it
hilarious.
Makes it look intriguing.
And it gets more heat. Yes.
That's what makes it intriguing.
Yes, it makes you more like, this nigga right here, like, yeah, this motherfucker, like, and he comes up with the shell, like the shell is like under, he walks up, like, yes, I am the king of the, like, King Corbin. And then he has to hold his crown as he gets in the ring, like, dude, like, what? But it makes you, like, hate him even more because he's a fucking asshole. Right. He's a great asshole. That's what it is.
His just desserts with the people's elbow on the bottom. You had to give it to the crowd. If that wasn't included, people would have just turned off. Right?
Yes.
Like straight up. That's just what.
Yeah. It just shows that The Rock can still have the crowd pop.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Did you? I felt the chill. Like I didn't have to be there, and I felt it.
Is the greatest crowd controller in the history of any pro wrestling venue ever.
Ever. You can call Stone Cold what it is. Yes, he is the
owner of crowds.
Yes.
Like owner.
Absolutely.
It is not even a debate.
And to show you that this person hasn't even been in a ring for like how many years, and he can still control a crowd. Control him. And he's not even a Rock. He's Dwayne, basically. He's Dwayne. I look at him, I see Dwayne. I don't even see The Rock anymore. I see Dwayne.
I see the star of Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even... Like, I'm saying Hobbs and Shaw basically to the people's elbow.
Hobbs and Shaw.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I see Hobbs basically going on a people's elbow on Corbin. That's not even... His name, it can't be even Rock no more. He's Dwayne or Hobbs going from Fast and Furious against these people in WWE. That's what it is. He's not. The Rock has gone and been closed.
He's The Rock for that 2 minutes when his music comes on. If you smell when you get that.
He didn't even do the eyebrow, nothing like that. He just came out and just like looked at them, just like like pumping up, like he was just pumped.
Yeah, I think it was straight to
He was straight to Wayne. He was was straight Dwayne. Like, he was not even The Rock anymore. He couldn't even do If You Smell. Like, you can't even, like...
Still owned it.
Still owned it.
Still owned it.
Still stole it. Yeah.
Moving on, so including that, Becky, obviously, one thing I will say that I did appreciate is they didn't send her ass to the back and then have her come back out for another entrance. They just was like, all right, stay put. We about to bring out Charlotte. We about to bring out Bayley. We about to bring out Sasha. So
shout out to Bayley's and Sasha's ring gear. Your husband is doing a phenomenal job. I want to just say the Sugar Skulls are phenomenal. It is October. It's Halloween month. Good for you. It is awesome. Other than that, trash. Great, thanks.
The match wasn't that great. Charlotte did.
And that's what you call a backhanded compliment.
Yeah. Charlotte did have an impressive moonsault, and then she just figurated Bayley, and then that's it. And then Hell in a Cell's tomorrow with the women's match.
Exactly, that's it. That was all. That was it. That was it. That was
shit. Hell in a Cell is tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah, right. Exactly. Can we just say no one promoted Hell in a Cell? Right. The whole week. We had Monday. We had Wednesday. And we had Friday. Mm-hmm. No one said anything about Hell in a Cell.
They mentioned it. They did.
What time they mentioned that?
If you blinked and you
missed
it.
Thank you.
Exactly. So much pressure.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, like, no one is invested in this pay-per-view. That's tomorrow.
But
no one
knows. That's not their job.
We got one more special guest to get into that.
Mimi and I are just saying.
He's like up in the chair. Who told me? Like damn.
I could have sworn.
She's about to roast y'all for something that they have no control over.
First of all, Hell in a Cell. Who's invested in it?
No, this shit is good. Shout out to White Grape, because this shit is good.
Got any more?
Hell no, that the drunk guy behind you took the rest of it.
Yo, let's not go drink for the next couple of weeks.
Oh, fuck
so
yeah.
Moving on, we had an interruption from the Firefly Funhouse and during Seth, where Mercy the Buzzard killed Bradley West.
Yo, this nigga died like 4 times already. He's the Eddie McCorman of fucking the Firefly Funhouse.
First of all, if the Fiend loses tomorrow, garbage. Garbage. The whole thing is a shit show of a fucking writers. You all should be fired. No pay, no nothing. Basura. Nothing.
How that little ass puppet had all that cotton?
Talk about it, friend. Let's go. Let's talk about it.
Mad cotton.
All right, so obviously the Fiend, Mandible, Claude, Seth, yada yada. He's
having the best. I'm saying the Fiend is having the best week.
Yeah.
First of all, he was on the Did you see him on the news show?
Yes.
Phenomenal.
I didn't see it.
I'm gonna send it to you. I'm putting it in the chat right now.
For all the shit that we give WWE,
sure.
I will give them a whole lot of props for letting Bray Wyatt own this character.
Hello.
Because this is something that has been right from the start.
Yep.
Absolutely.
It's been right from the start.
I think everybody was like, what the fuck is he trying to do some Pee Wee Herman ass shit for?
That's exactly what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
But,
First scene, I was like, what the fuck?
Right.
I knew it owned from the moment I saw it.
The thing is,
I wasn't on board at first. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I wasn't on board. I wasn't on board. I'm telling you that right now. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Episode 1 was like,
you have to know how like a character.
This is trash. Yeah, this is
different. That's what it is. Like you have to understand. Like if you come in on some like, okay, and I'm gonna say this one comment. I feel like what Bayley was trying to do is similar in essence to what Bray was doing with this whole double personality shit.
How so?
Where Bayley's coming out like, I'm I'm one of the good guys. I'm a loyal friend. I'm this. I'm great. All this. But really, it's a psychosis that, no, you're a fucking bitch. You're an asshole.
You're cheating, yeah.
You know what that sounds like? That sounds like Chucky. We're friends until the very end, but I'm gonna cut you, bitch. I'm gonna cut you, bitch.
So at first it's kind of like, you don't know, all right, let me see this shit through. Like, again, Firefly Funhouse, at first I was just like, I don't know about this shit.
Yep.
Like, what fucking direction you go, my
right.
motherfucking
Yes.
But you had to build it up so that when you fucking saw that fucking entrance with the fucking lantern, I know I was going back, but that shit had me like, all right, I'm gonna fucking watch this product.
And not for nothing, they didn't even show an episode on Monday. They waited till Friday.
Exactly.
They waited till Friday, and Seth was on.
I like that. I like not overdoing it.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
They had to have a Firefly Funhouse on the Fox banner.
Of course they did, but you had to show like, okay, we're not gonna throw this down your throat, even though we have a pay-per-view tomorrow on Sunday,
which most people forgot about already.
Hold up.
So what do you say out of everything that happened on SmackDown? What was your number one highlight from the show?
The match of the night for me was Kevin Owens and Shane. I'm sorry, but like seriously, both men. I mean, and again, just fuck Shane McMahon in general.
Yes, absolutely.
But shout out to him for just wanting to commit suicide every fucking time he has a match.
That had ridiculous spots in it, and it just was ridiculous.
Exactly. So I thought,
and he don't even have to do this, to be honest. He really doesn't need to. No. He does not have, but I think he has a joy of doing it.
Exactly.
I really think that he enjoys going out there to fight. Yeah. That's why I'm like, he don't need this. He don't have to come out and fight people at all. No. And he got like 5 kids or whatever, 5 boys or whatever. He don't have to be here.
Exactly.
Yeah. But he's actually going out because he likes doing this for no reason and getting beat up.
Yep.
And he's a shit show of a fighter, but he can put on spots and he will get things done to make the crowd invested in these matches. So, and you're going to put Kevin over those. Exactly. So go ahead.
I mean, so basically what the result of the match was is that essentially Shane is fired from SmackDown, which
yes, those are quotes.
Shane is fired from TV.
Yeah, so he's going to be popping up on Raw pretty soon.
Not for that. My husband's like, wait, how is he fired from the show when he's one of the owners of the show? Like, he's still gonna be back there, like regardless.
Exactly. That's when you put on the say he's been fired from TV.
That's what I sounds like.
Fired from TV.
Well, babe, that's the storyline, and he's not gonna like say, hey, like I can't have my shares anymore of this company.
Exactly.
So he's gonna just be in the back until they write him in some kind of other way.
So then we had an 8-man tag just because 6-man tag in AEW wasn't enough. So
you'll have 8.
We had to just do 8, which was completely fucking wild and unreasonable for no damn reason.
But that it seemed like a very filler, random 8-man tag. But then it was just a whole angle to bring Tyson Fury to the WWE, which was stupid as hell because WWE once again shot themselves in the foot because everyone forgot Tyson Fury was even on the fucking show by the time Cain Velasquez comes out. They do too much in these fucking
Wait,
parades.
hold on. So Natty's husband came outside?
No, Tyson Fury.
Oh.
The undefeated boxing champion.
Oh!
Fury was standing at ringside. They brought him ringside.
Tyson Kidd.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Because he actually... I thought it was Ronda's husband.
So,
I'm sorry.
Tyson Fury,
so what he did is he jumped. No, he basically jumped to go attack Braun.
That's so just to put Chrissy on. So Tyson Fury is one of the best heavyweight fighters in the world. He actually had a very, very good heavyweight title fight with Deontay Wilder. That actually
yes.
They had a very good match. Pushed Wilder to his limit. So they brought him over to Friday Night SmackDown for the premiere, which obviously Star Power meets Braun Strowman.
And he's going to be on Monday Night Raw this Monday.
Got it.
You're welcome for that.
Got it. Oh, yes. And no one thought he would have beat Deontay.
I can't.
That Deontay Wilder would have fucked him up.
I can't wait for Tyson Fury to get a live WWE mic. That's what I am waiting for.
It was furious that Tyson Fury was like this dude that came in got Deontay because Deontay was like.
Because Tyson Fury can fight.
Right.
Yes.
So
yes. Okay, now
Roman Reigns versus Rowan. Luke Harper just came in with the interrupt.
Why do we have the storyline?
I fell asleep. I'll be honest. I fell asleep.
Hey, The Rock is here. Let's throw his cousin on just for shit to
I fell asleep and I woke up when Brock was coming out.
What happened during that? I went to the Chinese store to get some food.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm a Roman fan. I'm a Daniel Bryan fan. I fell asleep.
Daniel Bryan was there too?
Yeah, he was on commentary.
Yeah, I was done.
Commentary?
Yeah, I was done.
Oh, then we had the most controversial squash moment of the night, which was...
Of 2019?
2019, for sure.
Which was the Lesnar versus Kingston.
Yeah, we ain't got time.
He lost
I was
5 fucking seconds.
7 seconds, exactly.
7.
It was 7, I thought it was 3.
Rey Mysterio, came out with Cain Velasquez. One thing I do want to point out is also because UFC has had a history of being on Fox, which the McMahons made emphasis at the very beginning of the show.
Really?
So yes.
What did they say?
Well, they were just shouting out again. First, couple minutes of SmackDown, they just were like, "Oh, just want to thank Fox, blah blah blah," basically because they're fucking paying us. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Oh, got you. Okay.
So they did, their little, their little spotlight on that, and then of course because UFC has that history with Fox. You expect to see more former UFC champs in WWE. That's just how I feel about that.
I feel like this whole Cain Velasquez feud with Brock Lesnar is going to set up Daniel Cormier coming to WWE.
I think that what's going to happen with any former UFC champions is that they have to have some form of affiliation with anything of star power to bring them into the WWE. Because if you just bring in whoever, the guy that beat Daniel Cormier right now, nobody's going to know who he is. So it's like if you bring in that guy, they're not going to know who he is. Now, obviously, everybody in the world knows who Bones Jones is. So everybody, if they know about him, even if they react, because they had an interaction with him and Brock Lesnar, those two kind of had a little bit of a back and forth. Brock Lesnar wanted to fight Jones, and Jones said he would embarrass him. But that's beyond the
Now the thing is,
Jones.
Kane is a legitimate.
Kane Vasquez is he's a beast.
Beast, absolutely. Because the thing is, he has fucked up Brock Lesnar in UFC.
In a real fight. Round one.
We got a huge Brock Mark in here, and he can't even defend that.
Oh, we're gonna bring him on. We're gonna bring him on in just a bit.
This is him right here.
That night.
So it's basically because Cain Velasquez, has obviously had heat in the past with Brock Lesnar. I can absolutely see them building to something with that. Whether it's in the next Saudi show, they just throw in a match for shits and giggles, I would not be fucking surprised.
The rumor is it's gonna be Cain Velasquez versus Brock Lesnar at WWE Sweet Saudi Money for Crown Jewel.
Why would
when we doing Crown Jewels for
I
again?
will say that I did
October 31st.
Halloween?
Velasquez in Sweet Saudi
Because this is the most amount of money they can pay Cain Velasquez. If he does this show in Saudi, he's getting at least $1 million.
So as a business, right?
So Saudi's gonna give them that money.
Yeah.
Sweet Saudi
I
gonna give
really
them.
think it's a business, right? Why can't you just bank some of that money and then pay him for a relevant pay-per-view?
Well, the hope is that this is just one match to start the feud, and that it's a long-term feud like the Brock versus Goldberg feud, where Kane wins the first one to set up Brock getting his win back on a bigger show. So hopefully that's it.
I hope so because that would be
Mimi, give your final thoughts on SmackDown, and then anything else you want to promote.
I mean, really, the only final comment to that was specifically with that match is I did appreciate how Brock and Paul Heyman both sold that as being completely scared shitless, like, oh shit, this is actually a threat.
Loved it.
Because also as a fan, we have gotten so fucking tired of Brock
Yo,
winning.
yep.
So finally, there's a threat, and now everyone's gonna be all right. We team Cain Velasquez because at the end of the day, we want Brock Lesnar the fuck out of WWE, even though he signed another 5-year contract. Okay, whatever.
Right, you think you get rid of him? He's still here.
At the end of the day, SmackDown was a great show, but for me, I just enjoyed AEW Dynamite the most. It was just the freshest product for me overall. But this new season, new era of WWE.
When do we have seasons of wrestling come along?
Anytime they want a reason to pop a rating.
Exactly.
Where can they check you out on social media, Mimi?
Instagram, Mimi Chula NYC. If you have any t-shirt requests, please send them away and stay out of my DMs, especially if you're a married wrestler. So,
don't look up in the sky if you think she's talking about you.
Wow. Okay.
Damn. Well, thank you, Mimi. Appreciate you.
God, look great.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Goddamn.
Shout out to
ain't nothing changed.
And to Puerto Rico.
Hey.
Thank you, Mimi, for coming back to the show. We gotta make sure you come back soon enough once again. And we got one final special guest. He was our last special guest on Tru Heel Heat 49. We need to hear his predictions for Hell in a Cell, but more importantly, what he thought about his man, the beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar, running away like a scalded dog from Cain Velasquez. He is the living legend himself. One word, my toxic brother, LM3, the living legend, Larry Morgan.
What's up, man?
I mean,
it's a beautiful day, man.
Listen, I'm just saying that bounce was kind of fucked up. Your man was as scared as your bounce, man.
Well,
so what was your thoughts on that?
Man was scared,
thank you for having me back from beauty to beast. You know?
Yeah, you definitely downgraded the seat.
I did.
You definitely downgraded the seat.
I gotta say, what a beautiful day it is. We live in a world where Brock Lesnar is the WWE champion. The
SmackDown champion, first of all.
GOAT, Jared Goat,
is le champion.
Le champion. A little bit bubbly, but y'all drank it.
We didn't know he was coming. You should have told us he was coming.
And a bonus, IWGP champion, Okada. This is a beautiful world to live in. My champions. Let's go, man.
Welcome back, Larry, the living legend, Larry Morgan. Before we get into our predictions for Hell in a Cell, any comments from the Spotlight and the Tru Heels?
People do not seem to be happy that Mimi left.
I know. We had one more guest that says in, guys.
I mean, just know that I put up an official protest for a petition to get the goddess more appearances on here.
Basically, he wants to replace me.
No. I mean, no. She ain't going nowhere.
No, but how about
she ain't going nowhere?
I agree. I agree. Mimi should be back 4, right?
Hey,
I agree. She deserves it.
She's the Brock Lesnar of Tru Heel Heat.
I mean, to kick out. I mean, to agree. She just came up on here. Haven't seen her in a bunch of episodes. Came on here and kicked some motherfucking knowledge and looked goddamn better than the knowledge.
Yeah. One of my favorite times, one of my favorite memories. We hit fucking Sid in the back with a chair. There you are, man.
You said one of your memories. Is that your best memory from Tru Heel Heat?
Well, that's one of my best. I like when you and when you and Baby Seth went at it, bro.
Classic.
The first one.
Classic. 6-star classic. By
So you went against Baby Seth first, and then you went against the guy from the Jabba Chiz.
We said?
Yeah, I go against everybody.
That's what I'm saying.
He did go against Wilkins too.
So Wilkins, the setup toxic talk.
Yeah, the setup toxic. You two.
All I did was Mr. Black against Wilkins.
The undefeated Tru Heel Phenom. Yes, absolutely.
We need the Phenom belt now.
Yes, I do. But we got to get into our Hell in a Cell, our predictions. We're gonna go through this quick because we gotta sign off.
I'm so sorry.
We gotta sign off this episode, so we're gonna get through it. And luckily for us, Hell in a Cell has 4 matches scheduled as of right now.
4?
Yes, only 4.
Yeah, it's like a takeover pay.
Absolutely. So tag team match.
Absolutely.
Tag team match. We got the big dog Roman Reigns teaming with Danny O'Brien to verse Eric Rowan and Luke Harper.
Whatever. I'm gonna go keep it with Mimi.
Who you got? Roman O'Brien or Rowan and Harper?
Unfortunately, I'm going with Roman and Bryan, but I would love for Bryan to turn heel on Roman because I hate Daniel Bryan as a babyface. He's way more entertaining.
As a heel, yep,
I love Daniel Bryan as a heel. I hate him as
I never liked him as...
Because it makes you fucking virgin nerd, yes movement, virgins, crawl out of your mommy's basements, and they can...
Yes, me too! Oh my god! No, yes, fuck it, yes!
Fuck about the
yes, abso-fucking-lutely.
Fuck y'all.
Fuck y'all.
Fuck the yes movement. I said what I said.
Come on, if you want to fuck it, yes, abso-fucking-lutely.
Unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna happen. Roman must look strong. I'm a Roman fan, so he must look strong.
I'm just saying, I agree with you. All the fuck.
Who you got? Roman and Bryan or Rowan and Harper?
Roman and Bryan are fully going to fucking win. However, I would like for the other two to win because Daniel Bryan as a heel, as a face, it's trash.
Oh wait, yeah.
First of all, I'm not even a Daniel Bryan fan.
It kind of feels nice sitting in the producer's chair because I don't know what the fuck there's so much passion about this bullshit match.
Well, I'm gonna go with Rowan versus Harper because I do believe that Roman Reigns will be playing the role of Sting and the rest of the guys will be playing the role of the Horseman. So.
Wow, really?
Yes. SmackDown.
Sting?
Yes, Sting used to always be in positions where he would believe Ric Flair is a good guy, and then he would team with Ric Flair, and then he would get his ass kicked by the whole Horseman. Yes.
You bring back old wrestling.
Yes. SmackDown Women's Championship is on the line. This was made after Friday Night SmackDown. It's going to be Bayley defending against Charlotte Flair. Yes. Who you got, Bayley or Charlotte?
Charlotte.
Who you got, Bayley or Charlotte?
Man. I hope Charlotte, bro.
High five, friend. Woo!
Bayley or Charlotte?
The goddess, the greatness.
I definitely see Charlotte finally getting.
Let's talk about trash.
Number 10.
Let's talk about trash champions. She's one of them. Hello.
Charlotte getting number 10.
I think Bayley wins this one to set up Charlotte and Becky swapping roles. Becky's going to be on SmackDown. Charlotte's going to be on Monday Night Raw.
You think so, friend?
Yes.
That's actually a good prediction.
Raw.
That's actually really good.
Thank you.
And you know what? Totally, he's usually always fucking right, which I don't like to agree with.
Oh, Lord.
She said it.
He's usually 9 out of 10 chances right.
She said it, not me. A Raw Women's Championship is on the line in a Hell in a Cell. The second ever female Hell in a Cell match is going to be Becky Lynch defending against Sasha Banks. This is coming off of their brawl at Night of Clash of Champions. Who you got, Becky or Sasha?
This better be Sasha.
I would say
this better be Sasha. Like,
Sasha Banks.
This better be Sasha.
Because
this has to be Sasha. It has to be.
Becky or Sasha?
I'm saying Sasha only because the first match that they had, no one won.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
so,
Sasha won.
Well,
by
Sasha,
DQ.
Right. But I'm saying is now that we're in a Hell in a Cell, we can get that classic match. But for her turning heel, she has to be heel for a reason. So she's going to be champion.
Hopefully.
Sasha
versus Becky.
I'm going with my wifey, Sasha.
And this is across the board, fully across. I feel like this is going to be the same for the next match, but I'm going to agree with the rest of the hosts. I'm going with Sasha Banks. WWE Universal Championship is on the line. One of the best built main events in quite some time. Hell in a Cell match is going to be Seth Rollins defending against The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Living legend, who you got?
Man, let me tell you something, bro. I would love a reality, a Survivor Series. Brock Lesnar versus The Fiend.
Fiend versus Beast.
Champion versus champion. How it should be.
Fiend versus Beast.
I want the Fiend.
Yo, I'm just going. I don't know if it was an order to the picking right now.
Go ahead.
And y'all know right now. I swear to God, if the Fiend is not the champion on Monday Night Raw, I am not doing Tru Heel Heat 51. And I'm not fucking doing it.
Well,
I'm not fucking doing it.
I won't be here 51 because I'm on vacation. So, unfortunately,
no. This has been the best thing that WWE has done all year. This has been the best thing that WWE
you gonna put that out there, friend? Like I was come after the show was over.
I'm not gonna sit here and look y'all in the fucking camera and sit here and try to explain this shit if the Fiend is not the champion after Sunday night.
Nothing to explain.
I mean, we didn't see any titles change on the last pay-per-view, so I'm guessing that Hell in a Cell will change the champions. Was it?
Revival won SmackDown tag team title.
Let's talk about real champions, friend. Let's talk about real champions. We're not talking about like the
titles are like the 24.
Right, exactly.
Oh, come on, man. Don't
Damn, that's
I was gonna say 24.
Marshmallow? This is 24/7.
That's why you shouldn't fucking compare the tag titles. Prestigious tag title to that fucking
prestigious. WWE has treated the tag titles like prestige.
Hey, Carmella is the two-time 25/7 champion.
The PG Core fucking championship. Fuck that.
See, you're not letting me started again. This is how we spent like 30 minutes on this shit last time.
I don't even have an ounce of
Listen, I needed to get Larry started somehow, man.
I'm going to go with the Fiend. If he doesn't win, this is all trash. Sorry.
I'm going with the Fiend as well. Across the board, we're going to the Fiend. So we got to wrap things up for this edition of Tru Heel Heat. We broke Drunk Guy JJ's edition, and this is the longest episode of Tru Heel Heat ever. Let's hear from the Spotlight and the Tru Heels before we sign this shit off.
24 match that we can count for?
Yes.
Then they're going to throw this shit together
Shout
like
out to
nothing
Brock
tomorrow.
Lesnar for ending the reign of terror 2.0.
Wow, really,
I
Frank?
said what I said.
Aren't you black, though?
I said what I said,
You're black, though.
Let's hear from the comments.
Your black card is
And I'm pro-black, bro.
We're going to trade Larry Morgan.
Wrestling ain't about fucking race.
We're going to trade Larry Morgan for, what's her name?
Mr. Black.
Mr. Black. There we go. Thank you.
All right, go ahead.
All right, Dave Izzo says replace JJ with Mimi.
Wow.
No, you got
Hey,
no.
hey,
You
please
can't do
see my
that.
reply.
No.
But Clay actually says replace Chrissy with Mimi.
Wow.
Now
Oh!
you just need to get banned from the fucking.
How about we just have Chrissy and Mimi?
Thank you, Larry Morgan.
We're like,
Thank you.
oh, AEW. Oh, forget NXT. Wow, both, huh?
See what I mean when you shouldn't read certain people's comments, friend? Don't read
Say we
them.
all win with both, man. Come on.
Wow.
Anything else?
Wow.
Any comments worth reading?
Exactly.
So we got 2 plugs, 2 announcements. So the 2 announcements are the more important. Number 1, we have another announcement for a Tru Heel Heat viewing party.
What? When?
Well, listen.
You didn't.
I didn't announce it yet. I'm literally announcing announcing it. I'm literally announcing it.
He's making the announcement.
Christian, we all don't know. If you must.
Okay.
He's making the announcement.
Fine. Go ahead.
On November 9th, 1 month's time, for AEW Full Gear, Saturday, November 9th, the Tru Heel Heat cast will be in Brooklyn. Yes, 2 out of the 3 of us are from Brooklyn. We're going to be in Brooklyn. The Living Legend is from Brooklyn, as well as Tru Heel Mimi. So we're going to be in Brooklyn at what I said, my 2 hosts. At the Great Bar. It is called Love Story in Bushwick. Our former producer that we got a shout out for one episode, the true face of the Tru Hills group hate, one of the true faces, or he claims to be, Romeo, the true troll. Romeo, the true troll is actually cousins with the owner of Love Story. He set this up, so we want to give a big thanks to Romeo Cologne. Big thanks to Romeo setting this up.
Romeo needs to be on the show.
Romeo doesn't like being on camera. That's why his only contribution was as a producer. Romeo, though, we are inviting you to be on Tru Heel Heat because we are going to film Tru Heel Heat live before Full Gear. We're going to be your pre-show. We're going to give a live viewing of Tru Heel Heat before Full Gear, Saturday, November 9th. So please be on the lookout for that. We're going to give announcements well ahead of time about the information. We're going to have an events page for that. So we're going to invite all the Tru Heels to that. So if you're in the New York City area, the Brooklyn area more specific, you're not able to go to Baltimore, join us with the livest wrestling fans in the world at Love Story in Brooklyn. The second announcement is that you got the Wednesday Night Wars with NXT and AEW on Wednesdays. But get ready for the next day right here on Facebook Live for the Thursday Night Wars. We had Janelle from HR announced that Job Materials. I did not know this at the beginning of the episode. Job Materials will now be on Thursdays. Well, guess what? We can't be on Fridays. We can't be on Saturdays all the time. So we will be on Thursdays. Thursdays, you will see us live here on Facebook Live for Tru Heel Heat. Coming up in the next couple of months, we're going to have more videos for our Tru Heat YouTube channel. I'm going to start doing like reviews for different shows. So there's a lot in store. We got more announcements to come, but that's our first 2. Full Gear, Love Story, November 9th. Love Story in Bushwick, Brooklyn. THH Tru Heel Heat will now be on Thursdays.
When she said that, I was like, wait, are we on Thursday too? Maybe.
That's why I was like, don't ruin the surprise.
Wait, did we not just communicate that we all 3 just agree that we're going to be on Thursdays? Now he's like,
it's all right. You got Wednesday Night Wars on TV. You got Thursday Night Wars on Facebook Live.
I'm honest with y'all, right? So I'm hearing a lot of these comments, right? So I think we bring a lot of heat to this show, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we really need the microphones anymore.
Probably not. No.
Well, you guys definitely.
No, you're wearing one. And
yes.
If you see the comment section, it's RIP to my ears.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, it's usually.
Just yell.
But
we had to make a big announcement.
Well, it's usually y'all 2.
Let us bring up the Undertaker. You're just as high as
Yes.
Just saying. I'm just saying though. I'm just saying. We usually get comments like this, and it's usually
right trigger. He does get upset. No, it's him.
So the 2 plugs, of course, we got our good friend here from Toxic Talk. Check out the next edition of Toxic Talk. We are going to be filming that over the weekend. We got 2 new episodes to film tomorrow.
You doing 2 back-to-back?
Of course, we do every week, so we don't have to film every week. 4 quarters.
I may just pull a Rick Rubin and be on both shows one night, bro.
Oh boy!
One of these weeks, we'll see.
You never know. Four Quarters podcast, like I said, Chicago Bulls post MJ collapse episode is up on Anchor as well as iTunes, wherever you can check us out. Plug for our power cover with me and Chrissy Love, start from finish up until the beginning of season 6.
You have to finish the season because this season's been crazy.
Tru Heel's group page, you can join us now. Tru Heel Heat is up to 4.5 thousand followers. The Spotlight Nation. Jonathan Escudero, one of our admins for Tru Heel Heat, has a great page called Dirt Sheet Radio, so check that out. Battle Club Pro, Miss Chrissy Love, you can check her out. The sensational Miss Chrissy on Instagram as well as Twitter.
Yep.
We got Tru Heel _ Top Guy JJ over here to the right on Instagram. You can check out Battle Club Pro on Instagram as well. Tru Heel Heat is on YouTube. Become a subscriber now. You can be like the Tru Heel Trinity, and we will send you a t-shirt.
Yeah.
We will send you the t-shirt if you contribute to our YouTube channel, because we got to bust those numbers up. Toxic Talk, Battle Club Pro, Jimmy Macaram, I'm talking about power on there, so check that out. Our reviews, iTunes, you can check out Tru Heel Heat, Toxic Talk, and the Four Quarters podcast. So until Tru Heel Heat 51, we're going to have an announcement on that. This is the living legend Larry Morgan. We got the Tru Heel goddess Mimi. We had Glenn Ford. We had Drunk Guy JJ, Janelle from HR, Brian from the Weed and Wrestling Podcast. For the Tru Heel resident alcoholic, Top Guy JJ, the lovely Miss Chrissy Love. This has been Tru Heel Heat 50. We thank you for watching. Until next time.